Yeah, the Christmas tree's still there and Santa Claus is there as well. Welcome to
Yep.
Commodore Productions Open Panel.
Yep.
Co-host Matt Arnold, what's going on?
Well, hanging in there. That's about it.
We're all hanging
Yep.
certain ways. I figured we'd have a little open panel tonight and see who pops in and who don't pop in.
Yep.
I did have a premiere about an hour ago.
Mm-hmm.
I had a few people check that out, and we just pinned a link to the panel on top here. There are some rules that has to be old by. Trying to find, since they changed things over here at StreamYard, just sometimes hard to find stuff.
Yep. It is. And they did make some changes to it.
Yeah.
And all.
Now to be on the panel, you gotta type in the chat that will beam you aboard.
Yep.
And if you don't type in the chat, well, we can't beam you aboard. We'll just either you just hang in a backstage or LEG's Bigfoot will come and kick you out without lube. So I put my stars up back here, and I got a couple of those dumb things. I got a Galaxy, and now since we're using the round ones, I don't do too much with.
Yeah, Christmas came and gone, and we got a new year coming up here.
Yeah, as you see behind me, Happy New Year 2025.
Yeah, I can't believe it's the years passed that quick.
Warp speed.
And I can say one thing: this, I finally officially own my place, effective of the last month.
Effective immediately.
Yeah, but I had to pay dearly in taxes, though. It really hit me hard this year.
That's what you're saying. And of course, from Peter Vechtman, Happy New Year!
Yeah.
From Ghostbusters.
Yep.
Yeah, I found this background.
Oh, he dropped. I'm in control now. There he is. He fell on his head again. He dropped.
I tell you, this damn freaking mouse is so touchy. That damn back button is just so touchy. I found this background in the editing program, and I don't have a purple thingamajig on it, so it's free.
Yeah.
It's only one, and there's about 3 others that's 5 seconds long. I'm like, well, I might be able to use those. I don't know yet. But I had to change. It was 2023, but I found out how to change it to 2025.
There you go.
So I know that you've seen the Butt Munch 4.9.9. What did you think about it, Matt?
I don't know. I just let the subject drop, let it go. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Because the individual's convinced he's right. Let him believe he's right, and this will go on.
Yeah. Well, that video is supposed to be a happy one, that everybody's getting together and everything, but things change. So we had a newscaster break in and give the bad news. So if you haven't seen that, there, check it out. It's out there for the now.
I just wish things could have worked out. And
Yeah,
people get upset over nothing. It happens. Everybody gets upset over stuff and takes stuff the wrong way, and it's over nothing.
yeah.
I don't know what to say.
No,
Everybody,
it kind of pissed me off when he did this crap during my stream. It's
no.
like, God dang, are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah, I've seen the video, and I don't see nothing wrong with it.
No.
If you can't take a joke, um, don't need to be around people.
Yeah.
You need to just close the clock door and shut the door permanently, and stay out of everything.
Yeah.
Because everybody, even in the world, you're going to hear people do jokes. You're going to hear people say things, and somebody say something in the public. Let's say you're in a restaurant and somebody says something to you. You're going to just get up and walk out and leave the just. You can't do that. But you need self control. You need to have to go with anybody. To be honest with you, self control. And everybody makes mistakes in life. We're only human.
Yeah.
You're an android, you won't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
And then, but if you're made by man, then you could have a problem there. But other than that, there's really nothing I can say or do. I might get blocked myself for no reason, but I don't really care anymore. I've been blocked places for no reason anyhow.
Yeah, I know. We both have that.
Yeah. And I still care. And that certain individual, Trey, I still care for him. I wish him well. I hold no grudges against him. That's the part about forgiving people. And
he doesn't watch my programs, or does he? We don't know.
Well, you never know who watches.
Yeah.
You never know who's working out there, and you never know. But this is actually, really be honest. People need to start forgiving each other, and because time is too short.
It is.
You hold grudges against somebody, and if that person dies, that means you're gonna have to hold that grudge for the rest of your life, and you're gonna be miserable.
Which been done a few times already.
Exactly.
No, it's been a few times.
Now,
make peace now, not make peace later.
You can say, "Hey, wait a minute. Hey, let it go," and unblock people, and even the individual out there, Trey, he's done says stuff about it basically accused us for spying for somebody else, and
I love that one.
And even with the message I got from him that time, it really surprised me the stuff that he said about me in it. And I sent him a voice message. It was a kind message, but I think it was time for him to head on down the road.
Time to fly the coop, huh?
Well, he got his friends and he's got people over there. When you start doing people like that and people wonder why you ain't there, And I said, wait a minute, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Find out. Even the one person, they're gonna blame somebody else for their actions. This person gonna blame this person. Have you ever thought it could be you? Could be the problem? You know, it's called narcissism.
Yep.
Being narcissistic. Always blaming others for your own issues. I'm not saying that if a person haven't had that, but there are people like that in the world.
Yep.
But it comes down, forgive, and go on. That's where I am. I don't hold grudges.
To be on YouTube, you got to have a thick.
You better have a strong. You better have a strong neck and strong back.
Yep.
Be on YouTube because you're gonna get sarcasm.
Yep.
You're gonna get every Tom, Dick, and Harry out of the woodworks, trolls, or whatever else gonna be coming after you, and they're gonna be doing worse or 3 times worse than just
way worse
joking with you. Somebody joking with you, if they didn't like you, they won't freaking joke with you. Period.
Yeah.
They just tell you to go fuck yourself and be done with it. Excuse my French.
Go frack yourself, sucker. Yeah, it's true. I mean, when I first started on here, it was tough there for a while. I was ready to quit. But
hell, me too. I the first year or so, I said, I'm done with this shit. There's so many freaking trolls out there.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have trolls no matter where you're at.
Exactly.
No matter where you. There's one now. Oh, Ricky Lee. There's
Ricky Lee. Is he a troll?
No. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm just.
No.
Oh no! What now? Yeah. Just pick on Ricky Lee.
Hey Ricky, do you like the fireworks we got going back here? I figure I started early. 2025 is coming pretty damn soon.
It ain't long.
That ain't long.
I think 2025 should be a better year for everybody.
I'm hoping for more accounts to get my fan films done before springtime and lower gas prices. That's all I'm asking for for this coming year. 3 major things. That's it. That's all I want.
I want everything. I want this year where I can make enough money to get back on my feet again and keep going and get enough money saved up where I can be able to have enough money to get through the winter. This year I don't have it. I barely got enough money to last the rest of this winter because the taxes came up. That hit me hard. Gas, the propane gas, 125 gallons of gas was over $400.
Yeah.
And it's just ridiculous. And they wouldn't give you no damn discount on it.
But if you got it during the summertime, it'd be a lot cheaper.
Oh, hell, during the summertime when the tank was about 80%, I could get it for $1.59 a gallon.
So this coming summer, you buy it sooner.
You can't get no less than 100 gallons. And can't fill the tank but so much.
Yeah.
But the only time when it gets down and when it's down about 30, the only time I'll be able to get gas is when it's down to 30%.
No. Well, that's like winter boots, gloves, all summer long. They could be hanging like at $10, $15, whatever. I mean, boots like $50, and when fall time shows up, they go up.
Oh, everything goes up.
Oh, yeah.
Double the price.
Because that's when people are starting to buy. They don't think about it in the summertime, but they think about it in the fall time towards winter, and like, holy shit, I was here last week. We should have bought it last week.
Yep.
Yep. So if anybody else out there want to pop on, links in the chat over there, pinned to the top.
Yep.
But you gotta tap, you gotta talk in the chat before you pop up here. So unless we know you.
Unless we know you.
Yeah.
Pop.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like that PvP, and I know Larry won't be up. Everybody send prayers to Larry. He's feeling kind of a little hurting tonight. He had some kind of medical thing going on today, and
yeah, prayers to you, Larry.
He's in a lot of pain. So
yeah,
a bunch of prayers,
to you, buddy.
Yep, bunch of prayers.
Yeah,
he could type in here, but he probably hurts just typing.
I don't know.
Yeah. And of course, someone else I know today went through a thing, had a scope go down through and check out a few things, and they'll let them know down the road.
Yeah, that's
on a cotton picking Friday. Got to do medical stuff.
yeah.
Yeah,
we got six people watching right now.
6 people watching. Thank you everybody for popping in. Hit that thumbs up down there if you would. Yep. Ain't much going on. Just thought I'd pop in here and just talk about a few things. I do know that Commodore Productions, I got to start jumping on stuff here pretty shortly. Got to get going on stuff, and got a lot of things coming up. Just a short time to get there.
We have Product Truth Live coming up. What's going on?
What's up, man? Can you guys hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, there we go. How you guys doing, Matt? Commodore Boss.
Doing all right, man. How about you?
Real good. It's a beautiful Friday. It's a couple more days into the new year, man, and had a couple of beers tonight, and I'm just going panel hopping. I normally don't panel hop, but I saw that you had Star Trek in the title, so I wanted to join. I don't know if you guys are still talking about it, but I'm sorry.
We talk about everything. It's Jim's channel here, so
okay, yeah. I noticed you. Yeah, well, I had caught it because it was the hashtag Star Trek, so that's why I was calling in.
Yeah, I do a little bit of 3D printing. I printed this the other day.
There you go. USS Ajax.
Yeah, I printed that with a 3D printer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right behind me over here.
Oh yeah. Am I froze? Guys, give me 1 second. Let me fix this real quick. I feel like I'm frozen. Oh, there we go. So yeah, you said you do 3D printing. Yeah, I used to do. Okay. Oh, you do 3D printing. Oh, what is that?
3D printing. I printed this.
Oh, that's the which ship is that's from?
That's the kind of like the USS Ajax. That's a Sullivan class starship.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Which movie was that in? I feel like I saw that in the reboot, the J.J. Abrams.
No, that one I think was in one of the episodes. I think they had it in the movie or somewhere for a brief minute or two.
Okay, awesome.
I know it was on. I know they had it on No Budget Productions. And Jim's also had it here on his channel.
Yep. So did you guys hear about so it's rumors, I don't know if it's true or not. I mean, I didn't hear anything from Paramount, but there's rumors saying that Discovery and Strange New Worlds are not canon. Did you hear about this?
Yes. New World, hold on, let's see who's coming up. We're in trouble now, Mr. Ricky Lee. We're in trouble now. Yeah, but that's the Discovery to me. It's not part of the canon. I think it's like an alternate.
That's what they were
like J.J. Abrams.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the other one also is not exactly like the original Like J.J. Abrams. Yeah.
Yeah, you see Strange New World.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Ricky, mute the stream on the other side. Cause you echoing. Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, Matt.
Yeah, there you go.
Matt, I first saw Discovery in 2017. I hated it. It was
I couldn't stand it the first.
Watchable. Yeah, go ahead.
I could not stand it.
Yeah.
But I couldn't stand the first episode. But when they introduced Pike, the new Pike,
oh yeah,
I liked.
Yeah,
that was good.
He bought like I got you on that one, but yeah.
It was good.
And another best part I like about it, the last episode when it was over with. When it was over with, that's when I liked it.
You know why I didn't like it? First of all, Michael Burnham was a Mary Sue.
Mm-hmm.
I hate the Mary Sue trope. She can do every goddamn thing. She can fight. She knows all the languages. She's super smart. She has no faults. I hated that. To me, it was a constant reminder of that's a female. When I was watching Voyager, there were times where I totally forgot that Janeway was a woman. I mean, because she had her faults. She made mistakes. But this woman, this character, I hated it, man. I hated the Klingons on there.
All over the place.
I hated it, man. It was terrible, man. I'm so glad. And I hope Paramount makes this official, man, that this is not canon. Strange New Worlds is pretty good. They got the old school Klingons back, the TNG and DS9 Klingons. I like that. It's watchable to a degree. But Discovery was horrible. I heard that Lower Decks is really good, but I don't watch. I hate watching cartoons. I'm 40 now.
I'm not that much for animation.
Yeah, I can't watch that shit. I'm sorry. Yeah.
But the episode that when they had the characters in
the real
New World, that was good.
I
really liked that.
Yeah, real good. Yeah. You know what I would love for Star Trek to do? If they stop with this prequel bullshit. Can I curse over here? If they stop with the prequels, if they just move forward, if they did a time, if they, maybe start off in 2500 or something, 100 years after the events of Picard. Picard was really good, by the way. The third season was really good. Yeah. That felt like Star Trek, man. Yeah. Oh yeah.
With all the original characters in there. Yeah. That was good.
Did you get goosebumps when Geordi LaForge said "computer lights" when they went back on the Enterprise?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's like they're more at home.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. But obviously they are really old. I mean, I think Geordi, LeVar, he might be the youngest one. But obviously you can't reboot that. They're 70, right? But they need. I'm telling you, man, they need to start off maybe in 2500 or something. They need to do something, man. Because what's so crazy, Matt and Commodore? If you guys haven't seen Dune, you've seen Dune?
Yeah, I've seen the movie.
Everything now, Dune sets the standard. So it's going to be hard for science fiction, in my opinion. I could be wrong about this. But Dune, in terms of scale, scope, in terms of storytelling, Dune is incredible. And I think that Star Trek and Star Wars, man, they got some heavy competition now. Now Andor is pretty good, but if Star Trek, this Section 31 nonsense, I don't even want to watch.
I don't think it's gonna pan out.
I don't think it's gonna be good.
Anime either.
But the tragedy of the success of Dune. What's up, Jeff? You, man. Thank you so much for your
Jeff B. How you doing, buddy?
But the tragedy of Dune is that everything now, not even just science fiction, in my opinion, everything now has to meet up to that standard. Dune is an incredible, like the movies. Oh my God, dude, sets the standard for the movie experience now. So if Star Trek were to come out with a new series, it has to be really good. Dune Prophecy, I've been watching that, man. But
Ricky lost Ricky.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, we can't bring back the old series of people because most of them's already died off. But you know, it would be something that William Shatner, they could just bring him back like from one episode, handing off to a new ship.
Mm-hmm.
Have him come back for like a final episode.
Yeah,
at his age, and he say he's the president of the Federation.
Federation Planets. But didn't he die in Generations?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
But their plans trying to bring him back because you know the Nexus now. When Guidance said she was in the Nexus in two places.
Yeah,
and he was in. He could be also there in two places too. Still.
So it's possible that Shatner really, I mean, not Shatner, but it's possible that Kirk really didn't die.
Right.
Because the Nexus, Oh, okay. That makes
sense.
That's
what they're saying. That's okay. What. You never know. They could have.
They got to come up with
a travel back in time and prevent it.
Yeah.
But that would also create a paradox.
Yeah. Right. They need to. I'm telling you, man, it's so much wiggle room with Star Trek that they could do something really great. They could start off in 25th century, 26th, 27th century. I'm telling you, man, like they have a lot of opportunity, man, with Star Trek, man. And I love Star Trek growing up, man.
Oh, I enjoy the original series. Yeah. I was with an original series.
Beautiful women, by the way, in the original.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the original series, I like Next Generation.
Yeah.
And Enterprise, I like Enterprise because it was close to more canon than basically explain things, what happened.
It will show you how the Federation was formed. Yeah. That's
right.
Yeah.
And they tell you what happened to the Klingons.
Yeah.
And it made sense.
Yeah.
But this other crap in Discovery, different ones, different Klingons, no.
Now, my argument is this, right? So, in the Star Trek universe, hopefully this is not canon, but the only argument I could give for the different looking Klingons from Discovery is if they are, these might be Klingons who lived on a different colony or something and they evolved or differently. I have no idea, man, but
or some sort of genetic diversity. Hit them with an ugly stick. That's what they look like.
Yeah. But yeah, man, listen, man, I love when I saw the hashtag. I said, oh yeah, I gotta join this panel, man. I love Star Trek, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This is like I said, this is Jim's channel. I'm just one of the hosts here, and we have. He does fan films. I also do fan films, and I'm also into music and play the guitar, mandolin, and ham radio, all kinds of stuff. And there's one thing I've seen you somewhere. You look familiar.
Well, I'm a big YouTuber.
What that's your channel right there?
Yeah.
I've seen you. What kind of topics do you discuss on your
politics, trending topics? I do a lot of race topics.
Still there.
I've seen your channel before, and I don't know if I'm subscribed to you, but I have run across you. You definitely look familiar, brother. Yeah. Hey, I tell you, there's a lot of stuff going on in this world that
it is.
There's a lot of bad stuff. The devil is out there running.
Yeah, man, that goddamn plane that crashed in Russia, man, or in Kazakhstan. Man, I think it was shot down. Well, supposedly it was shot down, man. And I have a good friend of mine who's a pilot who calls into the show. And other people were saying, man, they would never fly over Eastern European airspace, man, because they don't operate the same way that we do here in the States. Mm-hmm. And they may look at those planes as, harboring terrorists. Harboring certain, combatant cargo. I don't know. And so, Russia has shot down planes before, believe it or not, with passengers on it. Yeah. They don't have the same airspace as we do. So, yeah, it's a lot of evil going on. You are correct.
Yeah, the thing is when a lot of the aircrafts, most of commercial aircraft that ident with a transponder code between I think 1200 to I can't remember what numbers that ident at, but different countries ident at different transponder codes, and there are some that the military is about the only one with their transponders can ID anywhere.
Yeah.
Any number. And they can just about fool a public radar from telling them what exactly is it. It's a commercial jet or a military jet or something like that. And I wouldn't put it past them what happened.
Hey, Suzanne.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hello, Suzanne. Welcome. But there's a lot of stuff going on, like I said, in this world.
Yeah. Yeah.
That it scares the crap out of you.
Even got UFOs over at New Jersey flying all around.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Get your transporter ready. Go scramble his molecules. All right. I'll bring him up. There he is. Mr. PBP. Welcome.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Not much.
Doing all right, buddy.
Yeah, I would have come in a little sooner, but I was waiting for Gorilla to possibly do one of his Walton streams again tonight, like he used to do on Friday evenings. But I've been waiting for about 20 minutes now, and he hasn't shown up, even though it says on the stream, it says waiting for Gorilla, but he hasn't shown up, and I haven't heard from him today. So I'm guessing maybe something came up. I know his kid, wasn't his kid, he had to take his kid to the emergency room or something the other day for a sinus infection or something. So
I think so. I thought maybe he had parents coming up or something or like that.
I'm guessing it's either family illness or maybe holiday related visit or something. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I did send him a link too in case he does pop over.
PBP, how you doing, buddy?
Well, I'm okay. I'm surviving, but yeah, I've mentioned before on some of the streams in the last week or so that it was not the best Christmas for me personally, due to some health issues with some family and stuff like that. So, and my computer is still hanging in there. It hasn't conked out yet. So, I'm going to try and get.
I think you got a fan problem. I don't think it's a hard drive because you would have. Let's see who coming on.
And what's up?
Hey, Susie.
Hey, Suze.
Hello, PvP. Hello, Commodore.
Hey there.
Hello. What's up?
On your fan there, I think I don't think it's a hard drive because you're smart. You would have smart errors on your hard drive, and it'd be like a clicking sound. And if it starts that, it's done.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's a fan, because I had my previous computer die about 4 years ago when the hard drive failed, but I was getting like warning messages for about a week and a half before it finally, bought the big one, so to speak. So yeah, I had time, luckily, to pull a lot of my files off onto an external hard drive, and I managed to save a lot of stuff. So that was one good thing. But yeah, I have noticed at times it almost sounds like there's a clicking sound, but it's not really like, it doesn't sound like a hard drive type of clicking, right? And it's only for a couple of seconds once I start the computer up, because what I've basically been doing when the fan, I think it's the fan, when it starts making that whirring noise, I just generally shut the computer right off and restart, and most of the time that works, although I had to restarted it more than once today because it's been acting up. I'm basically probably going to take it in next weekend because I kind of want to get through the work week first, because I don't want to be without my computer on New Year's and stuff, right? That would kind of suck to be sitting around New Year's Eve with nobody to talk to, right? So I'm kind of just putting it off for another week, basically. So.
Yeah, you got your CPU fan and you also got a chassis fan. They started doing it. Sound like a bearing going out. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, I'm guessing there's something in the internal mechanism of one of the fans that's failing, basically. but it's very intermittent, right? Like I went for 6 days, and then it started up again. Yesterday morning it started up again after being good for almost a week. I didn't hear one sound coming out of it, so I'm pretty sure it's not a hard drive. Well, I'm fingers crossed. Anyway, it's not a hard drive, but yeah. But
yeah. Usually when I it's a hard drive failure, you start hearing like a click, 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 click.
Yeah,
click, click.
that's what happened to the previous computer. Exactly, Matt. It was like tick,
Yeah.
tick, tick, tick. And it's like, oh.
Yeah, that right there, the head of the reading right head began to fail, and when it does, you might as well get what you can off of it.
That's what I did.
Got to go.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did. I pulled as much off onto the external drive as, and I think I got most of the important stuff. So I was lucky that way. But
that's good.
Well, what are those solid state drives? I've heard about those solid state ones. I heard they're expensive, but those are the ones that don't actually have a read write arm or whatever, and they're more failure resistant from what I've heard. But I've never checked into them, and I hear they are very pricey, right? So,
well, you could get a decent 2 terabyte Western Digital, probably around $159 to $200. 2 terabyte.
Yeah, I do have one. I think it's like 3 or 4 terabytes actually. But as the years go by, you fill it up with more and more stuff because I used to like ripping my DVDs onto my external drive so I could just watch them on the computer anytime I wanted to pull up a file without having to actually find the physical media, right?
There you go.
But that kind of fills up faster than you anticipate it will, amazingly. I need to get another one, but I found the drives locally, they don't seem to be the same quality they used to be. So I'm almost thinking of trying to find some factory sealed ones, maybe on eBay or something, because those used to be built like, it seemed like they were built better. They were, built more solid, than they are now.
Hello, Lemon Pie.
Yeah. Sir Lemon is in the building.
Yep.
LEG, what's up?
Wait, what? Oh, wait, where am I?
What?
Where'd I come from? What? Oh, hey.
I don't know where the hell you came from.
Hi, everybody. How you doing? Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt everybody talking. What's going on, everybody?
Doing all right, LG. Been a while. How you been doing?
It's been a minute. I put my camera on right now, but my damn freaking batteries need to charge, unfortunately. What's up, everybody? Nice to see you guys hanging out tonight. I see a new face, somebody I haven't met before. Who is that?
Yeah. My name is Chaotic Truth, man.
He knows who I'm talking about too. What up, dude? What's up, dude? Nice to meet you, man. LDG here.
Somewhere, and I remember his face. And some of the stuff that he talked about. And hey, welcome, brother. Glad to have you.
Oh yeah, definitely, man.
Always a pleasure to hang out, man. I've been plenty busy, and I like it when I have time to hang out with you guys. It's been rough. It's been rough, but I really have hope for 2025, and I hope everybody's been working hard because 2024 has been a fucking garbage piece of shit, and I hope this next year is better for us because, man, we took some serious hits this year, man. Everybody, 2024 has not been a good year to us. Whether we talk about politics or we talk about fellow YouTubers or we talk about just our general lives, it seems like ever since COVID, we've been in this slum. And I just can't wait to get out of this shit, man, and get back to like some, get back to some good years, like back in the 90s. Yeah. And so I'm hoping for that. And I've been working my ass off to make sure that happens. And yeah, man, it's good to hang out. So
well, we're gonna get back to the 90s, man, like the golden era.
Tell me, bro. Dude, the 90s, bro, I don't know what it is, man, but like
the 90s.
The 90s were the shit, dude. The 90s were the shit. I'm not going to say they were perfect. I ain't going to say they were perfect, but you compare the 90s to any decade after, it's like, oh, dude.
Yeah, it was magical, wasn't it? The 90s.
Well,
dude.
I mean, even as an older person,
it was magic.
the 90s to me was the last decade that had a personality to it, right?
Yeah.
It got feeling. It had feeling. It had.
Well,
it gave you purpose. Every day you wake up, you don't feel this doom and gloom.
But
you don't turn on the news and I mean, the 90s had its kinks, right? I'm not saying it was perfect, but overall, the 90s was like the last decade that was like the decade to live in. Ever since then, it's just been down effing hell.
Yeah, we didn't have. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say the thing was that the 90s had a persona like all good decades previous, right? I mean, I grew up in the 60s and the 70s and 80s, and for me, those are the big decades for me. Those are the decades I love because I experienced them, back in the day. And I think I think it does make a difference, what era you're born into, right?
Hey, Larry.
So to speak. So, but I mean, the 90s was the last decade that I was actually music I could enjoy.
Yeah.
I was
great
kind of
music,
the grunge stuff, and
great music,
Smashing Pumpkins. I
good
love
technology. We had video games that were actually done when they actually got released.
And they still
some
good TV shows back then.
Good TV shows, good content. Woke bullshit wasn't so freaking.
Oh, it was barely. I don't think it was even. I don't remember woke in the 90s. Like if there was, I didn't notice it.
Well, I kind of do. Like woke is old. Okay, so like things have been getting woke for a long ass time, but it wasn't until 2000 that woke actually got their neck above water. I think is the best way to say it. So I mean, there was woke. There was woke. It just wasn't as prominent, and it wasn't as everywhere, with everything. We had good TV shows, we had good video games, we had, we had we had technology, but you still want to go out and play.
Yeah.
You still had a reason to go to the mall or a video game arcade. Now arcades are dead, malls are dead. All that shit, all that good stuff from the night, it's all dead now. It's all dead.
Hello, LDG.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi, LDG.
See ya. How
Hello,
you doing?
Chaotic Truth.
Hello.
And hi, Larry.
Hey,
hi, Larry.
Larry, Suzanne. I just dropped by to say hi for a couple of minutes.
Larry, how you doing, buddy?
How are you doing, Larry?
I'm in
Hey, Larry.
major, severe amount of pain right now.
Prayers to you, my friend.
You're in a lot of pain.
Yeah, we've been
Best
thinking
wishes,
about
man.
you. We've been thinking about you
Best
today.
wishes.
So,
Hi,
Hey,
Larry.
Scurvy. Yeah, it hurts.
yeah.
Hi, Lemon.
Mr. Lemon.
Guys, I'm gonna get up out of here, but salute to you guys, man.
All right, brother. Take care of yourself.
care,
Man. Glad to have you.
Take it easy.
Hey, Chaotic Truth.
Nice meeting
See
you,
you again, Chaotic.
Hit that thumbs up.
Yep.
See you later, bud.
All right. Well, I just wanted to drop by and say hi to you guys really quick.
Howdy. I'm glad that you did.
Yeah.
I know
Brother,
that
keeping you in our prayers, man.
Thank you.
I do know that you're in a lot of pain, and I really didn't expect you to pop up here.
Yeah, I just came by to say hi. I saw, Suzanne and PvP and Matt and LDG is on. I wanted to say just a real quick hi, but I just got to be careful because I get really bad throbbing pains.
Oh, my goodness.
It hurts like hell. So,
oh, man.
I'm glad to have you, bud. Get well soon, my friend.
Keep enduring,
Go
bro.
take care of yourself.
Keep in touch, Larry. Anytime you want to send an email or something, just go for it.
Larry, you got my telephone number, brother. If you need to talk,
mine too.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, Jim. You guys, thank you, Suzanne, PvP, and LDG.
No problem.
Hey, everybody.
Get some rest.
Yeah,
All right, take care.
Get some rest, Larry.
Take care, bud.
You too. Bye.
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 Yeah, prayers to you, my friend.
Oh yeah, he's in extreme pain.
You can tell he's in pain.
I did expect him up here.
Yeah, I haven't heard Larry sound like that before. He didn't sound good, to be honest. Yeah.
Oh, he hurt.
He had to have surgery.
So it was like a
surgery.
Day surgery kind of thing. You walk in, you walk out, that kind of situation.
Yeah.
In and out patient type.
Oh boy.
So
So he'll
You
be
know,
Lots of fun.
there's nothing fair about life, that's for sure. Because some of the most miserable creeps, they live forever, it seems, and some good people like Larry just have. When I think of all the things, I mean, since last March, remember when Larry made a list of what has happened to him in this year, and it's like, holy crap! Like Larry, I don't know how you get through it, man. Like it's just one thing after another in Larry's life this year. You know,
if I may, before what you said, PvP sinks into people's heads. Life is fair. It's the people who are living who are not fair.
Yeah.
Life is plenty fair. Like if we actually played by the rules, life is plenty fair. It's the people that are not. The people that are in charge, people who are in power, people who are controlling our lives. They're the ones who are not fair. Life is plenty fair, right? Like seriously, and I mean that.
Very well. Yep.
Like the universe is perfect, right? Like the universe is made perfectly. Like if we did things the right way, things would be a lot better. But people in power are the ones who are manipulating how we choose to live our lives and the medicine we put in our bodies and the access to that medicine, the access to knowledge, the access to other people. That's the shit that's not fair. It's the other people that's not fair. Life is perfectly
and they're taking advantage of every damn body too.
Like if I could rewrite, like if I could be a villain, right, and rewrite everybody in my own image, or in a different life is perfectly fair. Like there's so much shit that we have, we have cures for diseases, we have the ability to adapt to our surroundings, everything works perfectly, planets just don't randomly explode, like life is perfectly fair. It's the people that's not fair right now, and that's the fucking problem.
Yeah.
Things would be so much better if we actually like smartened up and the right people were in charge of things. Things would be a lot better for a lot of us.
Well, that goes for everybody. I mean, hell yeah, yeah. Tell a joke and say you're sorry, and you still get blocked. So
But
I just had to throw
it's rough though, because
it's rough.
Everyone's got their opinions and their access to their own information, and it's like I've been on this planet for 44 years now, and I've seen a lot of shit, and I can tell you right now, a lot of the bullshit wasn't because of how life had the dominoes set up. It's how other people had the dominoes set up. That's 99% of the fucking problems in this world. It's not life's issue. Life is batting 1,000. Okay.
Yeah.
It's the people in charge of our lives that are fucking up.
Life is like a box of chocolate.
Damn. You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
What's up, brother?
Yeah.
Hey, Jay.
I hear you, man. So what were you guys talking about before I came? I wasn't listening earlier, so I literally just popped in here like the same old. Same old. Then.
Well, there was pretty much random topics, I guess. Pretty much since I joined, anyway. Seems that way.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
I had to postpone my videos once again today. But and there were few of you in there, and I appreciate you guys' support and popping in. I had to postpone my videos till January, but I'm gonna do everything I can in my power to be the last pushback. I think I'm just about ready to start doing some videos and coming back to YouTube. So there's one more pushback, and all I can say is thank you for those who came in and stay interested, because it's been a while for me. It's been a while for me personally. I've been pushing back these videos and everything I'm trying to do. I've been almost 7 months now. But
wow.
I've been at it. I've kept to it. For those who come to the underground and know who I am and talk to me personally, you guys know what I'm doing. For those who don't, you have no freaking clue. So all you have to deal with is the fact that I've been pushing back videos for the past 7 months. But I've been doing that for a purpose. I want to make sure when I when I hit back on YouTube, I'm sharp and I'm doing everything I'm saying I'm going to do. And it's been taking some time. It's only me. I don't have a team. I don't, I mean, okay. So technically I kind of do have a team growing at the moment, but I'm not this big YouTube channel that makes a lot of money and can just pay for full-time employees. I'm doing all this shit myself. I'm doing everything myself. And,
well, I thought
we're
you were a
getting there.
billionaire.
Yeah, I wish, man. Dude, if I was Elon Musk, the world would be fixed by now. If I was Elon Musk, let me tell you that right now.
I thought you were hot shit, man. Come on, don't disappoint me now.
Yeah,
but
every time when I go
I'm building
underground,
things from scratch, bro. I'm building things from scratch. You know, Elon Musk can just like order fucking plutonium to his door through Uber, but I'm sitting here with 2 sticks still trying to rub them together. But I will say that.
Shut up, Jay. Shut up, Jay.
I will say that. Hey, Jay. Oh, someone else came in. I'm sorry. I'm not even seeing the screen.
No, when you say something that makes me do that, then you understand.
Oh. You know, but I mean, it's a good thing though. I think because I'm starting to see a corruption. I'm seeing a new corruption happening right now, and it's spreading across YouTube, and it's spreading across a lot of content creators right now. A lot of big, popular. I won't name them, but I don't have to. Big YouTubers right now that are like, falling victim to have to do content a certain way, and it's just turning. It's turning YouTube sour. It's turning content creation sour, and I'm really fucking pissed off.
So they're following the Democratic view.
Well, I don't know about democratic. It's more like one-sided capitalistic way. Clickbait titles, clickbait thumbnails, and not only that, but YouTube has turned into like the human centipede of content. And all the big YouTubers right now are doing nothing but just regurgitating the same bullshit another YouTuber does instead of coming out with original content. I mean, I can't tell you right now. In the last 3 months, I'm sure there's people in the chat might agree with me. YouTube has turned into where something happens, then one person does a video about it, then another person does a video reacting to that person's video, and then another person does a video reacting to that person's video, reacting to that person's video. It literally is turning into like a human centipede, where I'm like, dude, I don't need to watch the original. I've already watched the original video like 10 fucking times. I don't need to see it again on a new YouTuber channel. Like, I'm just like sick of it now. I'm like, fuck, just tell me your point of view, and that's it. Close the stream. Just tell me your shit and be done with it. And I mean, this is like Mr. Beast and Jake Paul and Hawk Tua and CoffeeZilla, and I'm just seeing this like emergence of this new content that's just, it pisses me off. I'm like, I don't want to spend my day watching 10 YouTubers that are doing nothing but replaying the previous YouTuber's shit. I don't want other YouTubers, and there are other YouTubers out there that went from being genuine to being the YouTuber they think we want to hear. And that really pisses me off, because then I'm like, dude, you're just bandwagoning it. You're literally just like, it's like I feel like I'm in high school again, and these YouTubers that started off being genuine are now just bandwagon channels. Like they're not talking to you. They're talking to a demographic. You ever get that feeling? You ever get a feeling like the YouTuber is no longer talking with you? They're talking to the people they know they click. They're talking to the sheep, the herd mentality. They're not speaking to like the genuine person. They're speaking to the people that spend money. The people who fall for meme coffee. People who fall for useless merch. And I'm sorry, I hate to say it, but it's useless merch. Okay, little gimmicks and this and that. And I'm really finding YouTubers who are like really shooting their genuinity out there, doing something different, instead of just saying, okay, well, it's like NASCAR, right? Like NASCAR. The reason why they drive behind the cars in front of them is because if they kiss the ass of the car in front of them, they can get enough speed to get ahead of them, right? Like that's what NASCAR is. They literally ride the ass of the car in front of them, so they get that air drag, so they can get a little bit more speed and follow. Like I don't want YouTube to turn into NASCAR or some kind of human centipede. I want to see like genuine people out there. When I come to Jim, I know I'm getting Jim. I'm not getting Jim trying to be Asmund Gold or Jim trying to be fucking Tim Pool. You know what I mean? And there's a YouTuber that's like doing this right now, Curtis Selby. He's doing really good work, by the way. And he's trying to branch out. And I'm like, dude, oh, you're totally cool, dude. Like, I love what this guy's doing. He's branching out, doing his own thing, and not following the fucking shit marks from another YouTuber. And I want to see more of that. I want to see if watching paint dry can get 3 million views and 3,000 comments, then your genuine content can make marks. The problem is you're just not getting seen. That's the problem. And then you got people like Elon Musk who says, oh, well, Mr. Free Speech, and look what he's doing right now. He's fucking taking away the blue check marks and demonetizing people who disagree with his opinion about outsourcing labor with the visas. I don't know if you heard about that recently, but he's literally taking away, he's punishing people on his so-called free speech platform just because they don't have the same opinion as him. And I'm like, dude, you're supposed to be Mr. $45 billion free speech. And now you're doing, you're literally doing shit that I expect Zuckerberg to do. What the hell? Like, why can't we have free speech? Why can't we have a platform where you, the average Joe, can do whatever content you want and actually be seen by everybody? Like, give people the chance to say, okay, I don't like you, I don't want to see you in again. Or I do like you and I do want to see you in again. But no. You don't get that. But the platform is built to make you think that's what you're doing. You think just because you do a YouTube video that you're getting your fair shake to be seen, and you're not. You're just not. I proved it. I literally proved it. And Jim can vouch for me right now. And there's a number of you that can vouch for that. I proved it. It's pay to play. The system is pay to play. Period. I mean that's basically it. Pay to play. You want 10,000 subs a day? I'll get you 10,000 subs a day. I proved it. I know how to do it. Like I nailed it. I literally exposed it. But if you want to be a regular YouTuber, like a genuine YouTuber, you don't have a shit worth in hell unless you're going to pay to play.
Interesting. Everybody got real quiet.
Sorry, guys. I need a minute. I'll be right back.
Yeah, interesting. Got to pay to play, huh?
Yeah.
Don't know.
Basically.
Say what?
Elon is punishing those that come on his media and trying to continue the Democratic fake news and everything, the woke agenda. He started the woke agenda.
I don't have
That's
any
what he
problems
was telling. That's what he was talking about at the Pennsylvania rally before the election. He said he started the woke agenda.
Yeah, I did see Suzanne said that she left a chat because she didn't have anything to add. Like, I mean, you could have stayed up here and just listened and mute. That's
yeah.
I mean, things could change up here. It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
But thank you for popping up there, Suzanne. It's a great pleasure to
Up goes
have
the
you.
weasel.
Yeah. Always support the ones that's been having a hard time getting anywhere, and they finally get up on a panel and they can stay up here for a while and talk to us. That's great. That's great. Yeah. I like that. And of course, there's the ones that just stand behind and they shoot you.
Of course, my sister, she went to Walmart for me, and of course, my luck, they're all out of strawberry hulls. I have to use the nasty, strong cherry flavor.
Oh man, gotta love the strawberry, huh? Same here, Jim. There you go. Thank you, Ricky.
Yes. They were out of almost everything that I asked for.
Well, it's the holidays, that's why.
Well, I guess
you got to reorder a bunch of stuff to restock, and that might take a whole month.
I heard my town is almost 50% sick. That's almost a
damn.
Not a pandemic, but they call it something else.
Yeah.
But yeah, almost 50% of my city is down with the flu.
Well, it is that time of the year, though. Yeah. To be honest, fair.
With all the
I mean, there's a lot of flu goes around.
Doctor's visits and emergency room visits and the those little short-term I don't know what you call them things. When the doctors close, these little clinics stay open.
Oh, you're talking walk-in clinics? Walk-in clinics?
Yeah, urgent care. That's it. Yeah, urgent care. Cares.
Yeah, we have one. We have one of those about 4 blocks away from here.
Yeah,
with the doctors.
I used to go there when I didn't have a regular doctor, right? Like a couple years ago, because I had to get my prescriptions filled, and I would go there, but I have to sit there like 4 hours to get in to see a doctor because they, as an urgent care center, they do the triage thing, right? So if you walk in with your finger, if you just cut your fingers off and they got to sew them back on, you're gonna get in right away, right? If you're some sucker like me that needed a prescription filled, it's like, hey, well, man, go sit in the corner over there and just wait your turn.
PvP, I had that happen to me. I literally cut my thumb on. I was trying to get the cap off of my new razor, and it was a 3-blade thing, and it hit the same spot 3 times.
Ouch.
And that deep, and I had a towel wrapped around it and had to call my sister to come get me because I can't drive.
Wow.
And my aid worker was already heading to Arkansas to pick up her husband, so she couldn't come and get me.
Oh, jeez.
Well, my sister came and got me to urgent care, and they wanted to do triage. I said, fuck that. Lord forgive me, but I said that. I'm going to tell you the entire truth story. Yeah. I said, fuck that. I took off the thing, and it shot the blood right in her face, and she said, okay, hang on. And they did not deaden my thumb when they put that skin glue on. And I nearly passed out from the pain.
Jeez.
And then they have the audacity to walk out of my room laughing. And then they have the audacity to even send me a bill what Medicare and Medicaid didn't pay for. And I said, eat it out your... After what you've done to me, and you expect me to pay you money? Go.
Well, isn't that the normal thing in the USA though? Like,
no,
you guys get shitty medical care a lot of the time, and you got to pay through the nose to get it.
No, see, since I've got full Medicare and Medicaid, I don't pay nothing. They just wanted to get. They just wanted to get more.
I've never
just wanted to get They just wanted to charge me for what Medicare wasn't going to authorize.
Yeah.
But since they took assignment, they cannot legally send me a bill. And I said, I should keep this and turn this over to Medicare, but I'm just throwing it in your face and you can go F yourself. And I left.
Even in Saskatchewan, PvP we pay.
What's that? What's that, Susie?
I said, even in Saskatchewan, your lowest income, you still pay. They just go on how much you make.
Not here.
Yeah.
We don't pay any. We don't pay any. They used to have like a monthly fee that you'd pay to the government. Like I think my mother used to pay like $10 a month.
Yeah.
It wasn't much, but then they got rid of that like probably 8 or 9 years ago. So I don't pay a dime. All I have to do is show my health card when I'm getting a medical procedure, and it's all covered. I've never paid a dime. My mother had cancer surgery. She never paid a dime. She had a pacemaker installed, and they have to take her by ambulance 30 miles. Never paid a dime. I mean, maybe it's different in BC because it is a provincial situation from province to province, right?
Exactly. Every province is different.
So,
Manitoba, you don't pay anything.
Yeah, I've always been extremely satisfied with the medical care. I mean, the only problem with the medical care in Canada right now, because of our dumbass prime minister, is there's not enough doctors and nurses for everybody to have a proper doctor. And when I used to not have a doctor 2 years ago, and I'd have to go over to the triage center 4 blocks away and sit there for 4 hours to get my pills renewed so my blood pressure wouldn't skyrocket. It was not a lot of fun, right? Thank goodness. I went for, actually, it was really weird circumstance. I was having pain in something. So I went to see a doctor, just a random doctor at the hospital. And, everything worked out fine. But then she says, hey, I know a doctor that's taking new patients, and I can I can recommend you as a patient. And she did. And that's when I got my great doctor a couple of years ago. So it was kind of just almost by accident that I lucked out, basically, right? So anyway, gosh, sorry to go on and on there, guys.
Well, you're going to love our health system once Canada becomes the 51st state.
Ain't going to happen.
I hope it does. I really hope it does.
No.
Our police are so overworked and crushed. I mean, our cops can't do anything. They can't cross the street or tie their own damn shoes because they're getting stepped on by the citizens. I've watched cops out here take their lives in their hands every day.
What we need is a fucking federal government with some guts, and we don't have that right now. And I do think when conservatives get in, well, I'm voting conservative. Fucking rights, I'm voting conservative.
You will. Once
2025. 2025 is going to be a better year because we'll get a new government, and we'll get a government with some fucking brains and some guts finally, and they're going to change a lot of things in the country, I think.
Ottawa will be the county seat of one of the county seats of the state of Canada of the United States of America.
That's really not funny, Jay. I'm serious.
Be yourself. I get what you're saying real quick.
I know how Americans love to make jokes like that, but it gets tiresome after a while.
Quick.
I'm sorry. I hope it does. I would love to for Mikey to get some good medical care and disability. Shoot, he's not getting nothing.
Well, the trouble with Mikey is I think he's got landed immigrant status, and Mikey needs to work on getting some paperwork because he should be entitled to an American pension of some sort, even though he's living in another country. I know expatriate Canadians in other countries are still entitled to get a certain amount of pension from the government. So Mikey should qualify for something.
But he's not old enough. He's got to be in the upper 60s to get
it. Guys, can I interrupt what your conversation is for just a second?
Yeah.
The message.
Be yourself. I get what you're saying right now. Yeah, exactly. Chat on the screen right now. I agree with what you're saying there, boss. But you got to talk to me in the underground. I can tell you, you're absolutely right. But I can tell you why it is fair, even with what you said. So I know it's hard. I know it's rough. You made a really good point, but it's still fair.
Well,
life is still fair.
Yeah.
I have to say I want to agree to disagree because my
that's fine.
My,
you don't have my understanding. I get it. Like you have your own beliefs in your own world. You have your own world beliefs.
Well, yeah, I have my understanding, LUG.
Exactly, and I have my understanding, and my understanding, like I use like what he said there in the chat. I used to think that way. I used to come up with that same like the same reasoning to like say that life isn't fair, but I've seen past it. I see past it. I can tell you. I'm not going to tell you here. It's just going to get into an argument, but I can guarantee you, life is absolutely fair, even with what you said.
So your opinion,
talk to me sometime.
Your opinion is more valid than other people's opinions.
Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. But that's what people who can't. But yeah, exactly. That's what people like you say, and I still love you, PvP.
Like people like you. Okay, thank you.
People at your stage. Listen, I don't take this the wrong way. I know it sounds like I'm being a dick right now, but you have to seriously see past. You got to realize how perfect life actually is to answer that question.
Life is.
And I think a lot of humans stop prematurely. You think that life is just about you being alive, and when you're dead, you're gone. It's way beyond that.
No, I didn't ever think that. I've never had that fucking limited viewpoint of life.
Okay, so if you don't, then you can see past that thought.
Even as a
you should be able to.
Even as a fucking kid, I knew there was a lot more expanse and mystery to life than a lot of people realize.
So when someone comes to you and says, why does God allow suffering? If you can't answer that, then you don't think beyond it. But if you can, there is a reason why there's death and suffering and pain. There's a reason for that, and trust me, it goes way beyond anyone's negative thoughts and fact that why do I have to suffer? Why do I have to go through this pain? Why do bad things happen? Trust me, there's a perfect answer to that question.
The only answers I ever got to that question were all God answers, church answers, and you know what? None of them work. Yes. I'm with you, PvP.
You're absolutely right.
It's the fall.
A lot of people do that. I thought that same thing too. Like the only answer I can come up with if I didn't expand myself was that just let God sort it out. But no, there's a better answer. There's a much better answer, and it's actually possible. Whether I'm right or not, that's a different story. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but you know what? Maybe I'm actually right. Life is a lot bigger than what we take it for. So I refuse to believe there's not a proper answer to what he said. I've always refused it. I always thought that I challenged it and said there's got to be something I'm not seeing.
Amen.
And it took 20 years for me to find it.
Nope.
It took me 20 years to find it, and when I finally found it, it made complete sense. And you know what? Not only was I able to answer those kind of questions, but I was able to answer a lot more. But you have to be open-minded because you know what? Let me tell you something right now. Like I said, I might be wrong, but you know what? We live in a universe right now where nobody is right. Nobody actually has the right answer. Okay, we're all fucking wrong. Like nobody, no religion, no person, no pope,
really?
no nobody has the right answer. Everybody is still kind of guessing at things right now because you know why? Because with every freaking day that the human race continues striving, we find new answers. Things that we thought were impossible 200 years ago, we found out are possible. We just had a wrong understanding of things. Every day, the human race is pushing, and we're pushing the bounds of understanding, and we're realizing, there was a time and day where if someone said a human could fly, they'd be, you're ridiculous. It's fucking impossible. Yet we have people flying today. The world was flat. It's impossible. And we proved that wrong. We can't cure disease. We proved that wrong. We can't cure somebody of deafness. We proved that wrong. Oh, we can't create wireless technology. We proved that wrong. We keep proving shit wrong. You know why? Because the universe is a lot bigger and better than what our current understanding is.
Yeah, and even in the
I truly believe that there is an understanding that solves the human soul, that solves death, that solves pain and suffering. And like I said, I'm not going to tell you about it now. I'm just going to leave it there. Move on. I could be wrong. I could be right. But if you want to hear more about it, hit me up in the underground. I'll be glad. I love talking about this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry if I came off as arrogant, if I came off as I'm right, you're wrong. I'm sorry. I don't know how to speak. Okay. I'm not Tim Pool. I'm not fucking Martin Luther King. I don't know how to speak. English fucking sucks. English is a language where I can say one thing and mean 5 different things. I'm sorry if it comes off that way, but I think I do have valid things to say if the right ears hear it.
Yeah, man, you're really fascinating what you're saying, and I want to hear more of it. You know what you're talking about.
Well, Daniel, you come to the underground. You know about what I'm talking about. Like, but I do appreciate the support. Thank you.
Could you
but
tell me
you are one of the ones I hear.
LDG. When my brothers, you met my brother one time. Could you tell him all this? What you're saying right now? Tell him this, like when he's here next time.
Well, just come to the underground, man. Just come to the underground. I'm always there. I don't have to stream for you to talk, for anyone to talk to me. I'm not, again, I might sound like I'm bloating right now, but I did this for a reason. I created the underground so anybody can come and talk to me, not behind some fucking clickbait title or thumbnail, but like honestly, like PvP, right? PvP, you've been in the underground. Am I not genuine? Like that's a place where you can come talk to me and hang out any time of the day, 24/7. I'm here. I put myself available, and it's not behind some kind of video for clicks or monetization. Like you honestly can come and talk to me. Like, even if it's like just coming in and just talk about something. I make myself available. So yeah, I can drop the link, but I'll just say it right now. It's freethenet.org/underground. I'll drop the link as soon as I get back behind my computer, but it's freethenet.org/underground. I own the domain. I own the website. I own the subdomain that links to my personal room. It's basically a StreamYard that you can just come in anytime you want. Yep. It's not live. It's completely private, and come hang out. Okay. Number of you guys, Jim, PvP, and Daniel, a bunch of people have come and hang out, but all of you are welcome. Anyone come by and make me explain myself, or ask me questions about anything I say or any opinions I express. You can put me on the spot, and it's I don't care. It's 6 o'clock in the morning or 6 p.m. Whenever, as long as I'm awake and not sleeping, you can find me in there.
Yeah.
I will stop by. I'll give you that.
And if you have a computer problem, he can fix it for you.
That too.
No.
That too. So anyway, I'll shut up now. I said my piece. But I just have a strong belief about that. I truly believe life is better than what most people think, and I just wanted to express that real quick. And
alrighty then. Yep, I know that Larry's in a lot of pain and everything, and he did want you to read this here. I think that you read it.
Me, because I can't read it right now. Someone's going to have to read it for me.
Well, Larry says, be yourself, adventure says, one thing, LEG, life sometimes is definitely not fair, especially being in a hell of a lot of pain and unfortunately having heart issues that are...
Oh, the same thing. That was the same message from before. That's dear God, that's what I was trying to answer. Yeah, I know. That was the original point of me talking this whole monologue. Yeah, no. Okay. I get it, dude. If you're in pain, I feel for you, but I believe there's a greater purpose, and it's not that you're just going to disappear forever. I mean, like I said, I don't know how else to explain it, but I think that us going through pain is a required step in the universe. And I don't think it ends in just you disappearing and you going through that for nothing.
Who says that we're going to disappear forever?
Well, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I know a lot of people out there do. A lot of people think the universe is for nothing and nothing really matters, and you're here and gone, and then you never come back. But that is the belief that I've had to fight for, 40 years. And like I said, I think I found an answer, but I think the universe is a lot better than what we give it credit for. And I think that
is not you're dead and there's nothing left ever. Christianity, there is a tomorrow, a better tomorrow, and there is proof of Christianity. It's called the Holy Spirit.
Yeah,
and he resides in me, and he resides in me. He resides in Larry, and he resides in every Christian.
Yep.
Again, I understand where you're coming from with that, but
you have to have a real loving relationship with Jesus Christ to obtain life after.
I get that, dude. I get that, sir. I really do.
Then there is nothing.
Yeah.
Without God, there is nothing.
Who's talking?
Jay.
Awesome, Jay.
That's Jay talking. And Jay, I know you're quite religious. I do understand that. So I don't want to say anything that treads on your ground there, bro. But if you want to have this conversation,
you can never say anything that will insult me. I have had family members get in my face and say that your Jesus Christ is a fucking fag.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. I wouldn't say that per se, but there are things I could say. And if you want to have that conversation in the underground, I'm more than happy to have a civil conversation with you.
No,
but I just won't do it here.
There is nothing that anybody can say that can change your mind, because you have stuck your heels into the ground in your belief, and you will never change your mind.
True, but Jay, you believe something else before the word of Christianity made you change your mind to Christianity. Like Christianity changed your mind. You did, like you were told about. You weren't born with it. You weren't born with Christianity. Someone told you about it.
I had it dwelt in me since the day I was born, because my grandfather was a Southern Baptist preacher.
There you go.
Nice.
So exactly. So he switched you over.
No, he didn't switch.
Before he talked to you.
Jesus Christ
before he talked to you,
switched me over.
No, I get that. But before he talked to you, what did you believe?
Before you believe anything. You don't believe anything except the world.
So the very first thing that you heard, you stuck to.
28, 29.
Jesus Christ. 30, yes. 31.
January 1st, I quit.
Just like everybody else in this world.
The thing is, LDG. The thing is, LDG. I had to. I heard it for 16 years, but I never said I believe in that. I kept saying, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. But one day, the Lord kept knocking on my heart, and I finally opened the door to my soul, and he came in and he made me a believer.
How? I'm curious. I'm not trying to question you. Just tell me how. What happened?
By everything that I have read in the Bible.
What happened to you, though? I don't want to interrupt.
I totally submitted to him. I literally had to hit rock bottom and accept him as my Lord and Savior, not the devil as my father.
there's something we can. Okay, so there's something we could talk about because I hit rock
Without
bottom.
Jesus Christ, my father is Satan.
Okay. So I hit rock bottom, right? I was in the hospital. I literally said my last words to my parents. Like I was on a death's bed. I hit rock fucking bottom. I couldn't be like I thought I was dead. Literally multiple times thought I was dead. I gave up. I completely thought I would not survive the next 24 hours. I don't know how you define rock bottom, but trust me, wherever I was, that was my rock bottom. Where like I'm done. Check, please. Good day. I'm about to be judged. Right? Been there 3 times. And it wasn't God that brought me back up. It wasn't believing in Jesus that brought me back
Good
up.
night, Matt.
Then that's for your belief then.
But that's what I'm saying, though.
I think because there is no way.
But I also believe that there are people out there that haven't even heard about Christianity, and just because they're not exposed to it, are they doomed? Because they don't even know who Jesus is, or they don't know of
the Bible says they are.
Can we take a second to
if they die before accepting Jesus Christ, they are doomed.
See, I don't believe God would ever do that. I don't believe in God would do that, though.
There is a punishment for not obeying him.
I understand that's what Catholics say. I don't believe God would actually do that. I believe God would make a perfect universe so you can find out the answers for yourself.
So,
no matter what.
So even the worst people would go to heaven?
Yes, because you know what? You know what? You strike a good point. So let me say one thing about heaven. Heaven is so
Hitler
perfect.
is going
of
to heaven.
everybody. Hitler should be in heaven, because you know what? If heaven is so great, Hitler. Yes, because Hitler can't do a thing. If heaven is so great, then let the bad people go to heaven too, because it's fucking heaven. You can't hurt somebody in heaven. There's nothing Hitler can do to hurt a person in heaven. If it's so perfect, everybody can live their perfect universe and their perfect afterlife. If heaven is so perfect.
So you think Hitler should be rewarded for causing the deaths of millions of people during World War II?
No.
That's a different story. I'm talking about heaven. Okay, so what happens if you deserve heaven, you go to heaven, and then you turn evil after you go to heaven?
You
what
don't
happens then?
ever do that.
But you can't say that, though. You can't say that, though. Like,
yes, I can. As a Christian, I can, because I've read the Bible. I believe it. When you go into heaven, your free will is gone. There is no more free will.
Your free will's gone.
There's
new.
Yes, there is no free will. All you will want to do is worship God.
So you'll turn into
That's all you
lose your free will. Okay, I'm sorry. That's what you're saying.
You will not have any doubt with free will. You have doubts. As a human being, we all have doubts because of our free will, because of our fall of man, because of what Adam and Eve did.
So if that's
when
true,
we get into heaven, all we'll want to do is just serve God. No, because of what they did, and they did not accept Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior. Jesus will say, "Depart from me, for I never knew you."
Okay. All right. Scripture. Gotcha. Okay. This is why I love to have this conversation in the underground. So I'm going to take a pause for now, because you're quite prepared. And let's have this conversation in the underground. I'll be glad to have it with you, my friend, because I'm open to change. Like, the change my mind button is open to anybody. You just got to do it. Like, I won't sit here and I won't be like a flat earther and just say, oh, whatever you say is just bullshit and come up with excuses. But let's have that conversation if you're willing to. More than happy. Again, I've been building my beliefs for the past 40 years through trial and error, the best I can do. And I have mine, you have yours, and I would love to have this conversation with you, because if there's something I overthought, I would like to know about it.
I would give you
But I don't
the
want to.
greatest.
I don't want to piss people
I would
off
love
more than I already
I would
have right
love to
now.
give you just one example of everything that I've said. My pastor went to this man's friend. He asked him to go to his friend's deathbed and ask him to talk about Jesus before he died. And he took his hand and he said, "William, it's Brother Luther. I'm here to tell you one more time about Jesus." And he, with the last ounce of his strength, he pulled his hand apart and said, "I don't want to hear about your effing Jesus." And when he took nearly his last breath, he started screaming for his brother to help him. His feet were burning. "Pull him up, pull him up. My feet are burning. Please pull me up." And he died. Wow. Right then and there, he was being judged for his life.
Yeah, see, I've had those moments as well where I challenged God and told him if I refuse to believe this, and if I'm wrong, please take my life now, and that didn't happen. So I mean, like I said, we can. You got stories.
Well,
I have stories. I've been through some shit. I'm old enough.
I wouldn't try
When I was a kid,
patience, but
I have. That's how I did it. In order to prove God, I challenged God's faith, my faith in God, and it gave me the answer I was looking for. And like I said, I should have been dead more than enough times. I wasn't knocking on death's door. I was pounding on death's door, my friend. If I could tell you the truth story behind the shit I've gone through, I literally was pounding on death's door. I was a body laying on a hospital bed in the ER, and even the doctors said I should be dead. Like straight up told my family, like they straight up told my parents, like I should be dead right now.
But that doesn't make you impervious to death.
No, of course not. I'm going to die. I'm going to reset. I'm going to become the next version of myself. But that's the difference, though. Like I believe there is no such thing as another person. I believe. No. Don't say the R word, because that's not what I believe in. I don't believe that we reincarnate. I believe we're all the same actual person. There's a huge difference between you think you come back after you die, and that I literally believe that you are me and I am you, and I'm talking to myself right now, because there is no such thing as another person. Life is there's a default soul, and we're all it. There is no such thing as death, because life is continuous. Even after the earth gets destroyed, there's life elsewhere in this universe, and it's all us. It's like we're all the same. We're all different radios playing the same radio station, just from a different point of view and a different set of experiences.
Wow.
And when you start thinking that way, you have answers for questions that even Catholic can't answer.
Really?
Yeah, yes. That's my belief, though. That's my belief. I'm not saying I'm right. It could be wrong. But that's my current belief.
There was a man. He was defending a man. He had committed 19 murders, and he was swore
I've killed a lot of things.
He believed his client was innocent, and he was out on this boat on the Washita River, and with two women of the night, if you know what I mean. And he stood up on that boat at the edge of that boat, rocking, and he said, and he was drunk, and he said, "God is my witness. May the Lord strike me dead, and my client is guilty." And wham, he got hit, brother.
Dude, I played that role. I did that exact thing. It didn't work for me.
I
challenged God with all my willpower. I said, exactly. I did the same thing. I questioned God on my deathbed.
Just because God wasn't ready for you yet, that's the only answer.
I wouldn't be
LDG.
But
God is not ready for you yet.
Well, the devil's not ready for me yet, I guess is what you're trying to say.
No.
He never said
I said
I don't know.
God
I'm
wasn't
asking.
ready for you yet. He knows exactly when you are going to die. He knew everything that you were going to think, say, and do before he even created the universe.
Yeah, that's another thing I have an issue with. Like, I'm like, and again, sorry if this
He's
goes against what you're
omnipotent.
saying, but you're taking away free will. Like, we don't even have free
No.
will now because everything I'm gonna do is already known.
We do
Why would
have free
God want to
will,
like
but
create a
he
universe
knew
as a replay?
but he knew what we was going to do.
Why would
That's the
God do that?
reason why. That's
What's
the
the point?
reason why. That's the reason why he made an escape plan, because he knew what Adam and Eve was going to do.
What's the escape plan?
The escape plan is Jesus Christ going on the cross, dying for our sins, shedding his blood.
Okay.
He was the
What is
perfect
that?
sacrifice.
How is that? I'm trying to follow you here. I really am listening to you, and I'm really trying to follow you right now. In Jewish
terms, they sacrificed a perfect lamb for their sins. It's in the Old Testament. And then Jesus became the perfect lamb. He was the second Adam.
What?
He was perfect.
Okay.
And he died on the cross and shed his blood just like they did with the perfect lambs during sacrifice. He shed his blood, and our sins were cleaned white as snow. That's why God turned his back on his son when he was hung on that cross, because he became sin. He took up all of our sin. He became sin. And when they shed his blood, when they pierced his side and his blood was shed,
okay,
that was the last act for the sacrificial lamb. Our sins are now cleansed. And God had to turn his back from his own son because he couldn't stand to see sin. He hates sin. We are not allowed to hate people, but we can hate the act that they do. We are supposed to hate evil, but not the people. That's in the Bible.
I got a bunch of questions going through my head right now, so I'll start with the first one. I still don't get what you mean, and please tell me in better understanding.
Get you a holy Bible and read it, and ask the Holy Spirit.
Please let me ask the question first.
Well, let me answer, then you can. Get the
I
Holy Bible.
I didn't ask the question yet. I'm just trying to be fair here. I didn't actually ask the question yet. What is the backup plan? I don't get it. You said it's Jesus.
The
but what is
backup plan is Jesus Christ dying on the cross, and he was put in a tomb for 3 days, and the third day he rose again, defeating death. So we won't have to die for our sins, which means we don't have to go to hell. There's an escape route. By accepting him as our Lord and Savior, we have escaped sin.
Okay, so if what you're saying is correct, so my understanding is, if I found myself in hell and I said, "Holy shit, you were right." Okay, now that I know you're right, I give myself up to Jesus.
You don't get out of hell. You don't get out of hell once you get in hell.
So there's no backup plan.
There's a backup plan right now on earth while you're alive. When you die, if you die without accepting Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, you will go to hell.
So all the people that were born, so all the people that died before Jesus was born are just shit out of luck?
That is the one and only one of the few mysteries that people have been asking through time. But from what we understand, those will be saved too, because they did not know Jesus.
I don't think God would want to create a universe in which a group of them would be doomed forever for no fault of their own. If you're saying free will doesn't exist from day one,
if they followed the Torah and followed
They
the
can't. You
way
said
of
God knows
Moses,
everything.
then they were okay until Jesus came, and then he went to the tomb, and then he rose again.
Okay.
That is
right. I'm gonna leave it there for now. I'd like to have this conversation with you further, but I don't
you can
want
read.
to
You don't need a
question
conversation
you
with me.
anymore
You need a
live.
conversation with God.
I want to question with everybody. Like I need to know what everybody thinks. Like what
if
you
you
think
read
matters.
the Bible, that's the answer. It's the Holy Bible.
The Bible
if
was
you
written
read
by
the
another
Holy
you.
Bible, get you the Holman's.
The Bible was written
Christian
by
Standard
another
Bible.
you.
It talks
The
in
Bible
today's language.
Isn't the
And
Bible like the wait? Sorry, please. I'm sorry, and I don't mean I'm sorry to apologizing here, but the Bible wasn't written by God. It was written by you. Some other version of you wrote the Bible. Another person wrote the Bible.
God told every one of those people to write down their stories. So
yes, and God told me to write the same thing, but my story is different.
Because God commanded them to do it, God wrote the
and
word.
God commanded me to do the same thing, and my story is different. God told me everything that I'm going to do.
The commandments themselves were written by God.
I'm gonna head out because I've listened enough of this. Thank you.
We can get off. We can get off of it. We can get off of it. We can get
move
off
on.
of it.
We can totally move on. I appreciate this.
I don't want to throw anybody. I don't want to throw anybody off. I'm sorry. I'll keep my mouth shut.
It's not you, man. It's not you. It's me. PvP's talking about me right now.
Yes.
Yes.
Damn.
But like I said, a person like me can say that God, and again, we'll move on. We'll move on. What else is to talk about? What else?
Commodore.
Well, anything you want to talk about. I mean, that's what the whole purpose of this talk is all about.
I enjoy this, and I enjoy having conversations with people we can actually have conversations with. Because I can tell you, I've been on YouTube for a long time now, and I've been having conversations that people, when you challenge their beliefs, they do nothing but name call and have an argument. I'm down for having that conversation with people who are willing to have the conversation, and not end in some kind of name calling or some kind of just blast. This is what it's. If I'm wrong, or you're wrong, or we're wrong, and like we're supposed to figure this out. Like let's do it. Like I'm ready to have that conversation, and I'm ready to listen, and I not just call people bullshit, because nobody's right. Like I don't know anybody who's right. Like let's do it. But anyway, what about Elon Musk? You want to talk about Elon Musk and his recent change from free speech to blocking people because they don't believe in immigrant working?
I have no knowledge of that at all. I'm on X over there, and I really don't go over there that much, so I wouldn't know.
So Elon Musk recently has been kicking people off of the platform, of his free speech platform, for those who do not agree with his idea of I don't remember the name, but there's some number and letter, some kind of visa that allows us to hire people with engineering degrees from outside of the country, and he's for it, and he calls everybody bullshit who is against it and thinks that Americans should only hire Americans, which I actually agree with what he says, but I'm just not agreeing with the way he's I don't agree with the way he's going about it.
Well, I think
he's
that
like,
the reason why all the immigrant problem is because the immigrants are taking away the workforce of the American worker. So why is he going to send bring people from outside that's going to take away from American jobs?
Okay, I can answer that question. Because there is not enough Americans. See, the thing about, and this goes to like not only just immigration, but like AI. People are bitching and complaining that AI is taking jobs. There is an infinite amount of work that needs to be done between the human race now and the human race 500 years from now. There is an infinite amount of jobs that need to get done. So anything that takes away jobs only pushes the priority of the new jobs that we need to fill that can only be filled by humans. So for every job that's taken away, there's 1,000 new jobs to take that job's place. And that's nobody has ever said this. Nobody takes this point. We're like, there's still plenty of freaking work that needs to be done. We just need to stop. We don't need people to slave at McDonald's anymore because we have robots that can do McDonald's now. Now all those jobs can do better jobs, more important jobs, more critical jobs. But we don't have anybody who's actually filling or creating the supply for those jobs. That's the problem.
But the people that work for McDonald's don't have money to go to college to get those the level of degrees to get those better jobs.
You're correct, and that's only because the education system hasn't changed. The education system dictates that we no longer need college. College is obsolete today. Okay, college is only necessary, is only helpful to those particular jobs that exist today than it was 50 years ago. 50 years ago, there were plenty of jobs that required or would benefit from a college degree. But today, most of those jobs are replaced by training colleges, like little colleges that just teach you specialized colleges. You want to be a welder.
Jobs.
You don't have to be an engineer. You just have to be a welder.
Trade
right?
school.
If you're going to be an trade schools, exactly. Trade schools have a very validity to the education system because, like what they're talking about now, they don't need programmers; they need AI engineers. We don't need you to go through a full, computer science degree. We just need you to go through AI specific training and learn that, master that, be a master of a particular trade instead of college, which is more of a outreaching broad spectrum of stuff. When you go to college for computer science, you just don't learn one thing. You learn like 9 things. You learn more than 9 things, actually. But today, we just need somebody who knows how to do a particular trade. And that's all you need to learn. Once you master that trade, you mastered that trade. We don't need you to learn 12 different freaking concepts. We don't need you to like go to freaking, art school and social studies for you to be a master at a particular trade.
The college is doing that, Euler. They are indoctrinating our children with democratic woke views. They are. Because a friend of mine's daughter had to quit college because she was literally trying to be indoctrinated with their woke agenda. So she left, and
that's another thing
got
too.
A job with her father.
That's a valid point. That is a valid point. Like I won't ignore the fact that there are people in power right now that are trying to brainwash us into certain ideals. Now, as far as woke is concerned, there's woke, and then there's understanding the nature of, like, I do not believe in what Trump's whole bullshit where he says, "Oh, we're gonna ban men from women's bathrooms." Hey, listen, I don't want fucking other women in other women's bathrooms. I want individual. I don't want to be in a bathroom with other men. I want my own fucking bathroom. Like, I don't even want to be in a bathroom with other men. Listen, you sit here and you call it woke because we have unisex bathrooms. No, bitch. I want my own privacy. There are sick men out there looking at me. There are sick women looking at other women in women's bathrooms. What's the fuck do you think that we just gonna sheep into thinking the same-sex bathrooms is the way to be? No, we shouldn't even have same-sex bathrooms. I want I want my own fucking privacy when I'm pulling down my pants. I don't want men there. I don't want women there. I don't want trans there. I don't want anyone there. I just want to be in my own fucking bathroom. But who the hell's even talking about that point? Nobody. They brainwashed to think that, oh, we need to separate the sexes again. So we have a whole bunch of boys and men in the same bathroom when you got sick fucks that were going to take advantage of that, or women in the same bathrooms. We have sick women taking advantage of that. I want my own fucking bathroom.
Yeah.
For God's sakes. And it's a logical point that like slaps you in the face when someone actually says it. Holy shit, I didn't even think about that. I don't want to. Like, I really rather. Like, let me ask you a question. Give me a home that has 2 toilets in the same bathroom. Who has a bathroom that has 2 toilets in the same bathroom? Because I guarantee you that number is really, really fucking low.
I don't even know anybody that has one.
If we don't have shared bathrooms in our own freaking homes, why the fuck would I want that in public? Even in homes, you got a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Do you think that companies that are building houses are trying to save money by saying it's a 4-bedroom, 1-bath with 2 toilets in it? I don't even think that even exists.
I don't think so either.
Because nobody wants to be in the bathroom with anybody else. And that's privacy. Like, that's your privacy. I don't want some sick fuck.
I want to share your poop, dear.
Right? I mean, your wife is one thing. Okay, your loved one, your shared other one, that's one thing. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, that's
go pee,
that's
dear.
the only example. That's the only not the example. What's the word? When what's the word? When it goes above the rules, like the one example that breaks the rules.
Yeah, definition.
What's the word? No. Not consequence. The one example that breaks the general rule exception. The only exception is like loved ones, like that. Like, okay, I get it, right? Your wife is gonna go in. That's why you do have bathrooms with 2 sinks, one for her, one for him. But they don't have 2 toilets. They don't have 2 showers.
Let's wipe each other's ass, dear.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And you got couples that do that. Like, that's totally fine. But like in general, you don't. I don't want my kid in a bathroom with a whole bunch of strangers. I don't care what sex they are. I don't care what sex they are, whether they're male, female, in between, both, whatever the fuck.
It's kind of weird, isn't it?
And I say this, and people like look at me and they're like, shit. That, you know, they I kind of catch them off guard on this, and I'm like, don't you really want to be in a bathroom with other men if you're a man or another? I don't want to be anybody. I don't want anyone in my bathroom.
I have my my aid worker get a Walmart worker to go into the men's bathroom to see if anybody is in there before I go in there, because if somebody is going to try to open the door while I'm trying to take a piss or a shit, I'm gonna slam the door right in your freaking face.
You know what? You bring up a great point. Let me bring this up. You just rang my brain on this. Even when I used to be like, when I was brainwashed and I was like, oh, I'm in the bathroom with other men, right? Like back in the 90s, right? You didn't have issues with women. You didn't have these like major issues of women going in men's bathroom, etc., vice versa, whatever. Like, even if I was in a bathroom and shared stalls, right? Different stalls. If someone sat in the next stall for me, I would hold it until they left, just so they wouldn't have to hear it. Like, I'd freeze up and be like, oh, fuck, I can't even do my business until the guy next to me leaves. Like, this was a thing. I actually did this when I was a kid. I would freeze up. Even in the middle of a dump, I would stop. I would freeze until they left. I'm sure I'm not the only one who's done that.
And public bathrooms are gross. I mean, one time I walked into it. I walked into a public bathroom, and there was this big guy, this big Pakistani guy with his dick was huge, and he was peeing inside of the urinal.
Dear God, Daniel, Jesus. Why do you talk about this stuff all the time?
Like, I saw his dick.
Sick.
It was huge. And he looked at me. He
repeated it again.
I mean, he looked at me, and he was saying, "Yeah, you saw it. Yeah, you saw it, buddy. You saw it." I'm like, "Oh!" I ran out.
I swear to God, you need help. Jesus.
We all need help, brother. We all need help.
Lord.
All right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I hope I didn't run everybody off. I'm sorry. I do got to
No,
close it up.
it's my fault. I started it. Every time I talk about God, I get in trouble. I'm sorry. I'm not going to apologize for doing it. I'm apologizing for what caused, the entire thing. I'm sorry. But I'm never going to apologize for talking about God, because that's my mission. God told me to do. That's the reason why I go on missions for God. I just recently went several years ago. I didn't go to Africa or anything. He sent me to Indiana, and I'm glad he did, because there was a church there that was cold as ice, no fire in that church. And I had to talk to the preacher afterwards, and I said, do you ever get the sense that this church is cold as ice? Well, the temperature isn't that bad. I said, that's not what I meant, preacher. Spiritually, the Holy Spirit is not in this church. And he said, really? And I said, no. I said, let me show you something. And I invited a friend of mine to come and preach at his church with his permission. And man, that thing got fired up.
Wow.
And I got him that Sunday morning, the next Sunday morning, to go with me before Sunday school and invite people from the neighborhood just right down the street. He had never been to any of the houses. And I knocked on the door and I said, just start saying hello and let the Holy Spirit take the lead. And he did. And the lady said, I'll come to your church. I said, may I ask why you haven't come to church lately? And she said, he's never asked me. I said, there you go. There you go. And when I left 2 months later, that thing had fire. I mean, it was burning up with the Holy Spirit. And they had 50 new members.
Haven't recorded movies, huh?
Sorry, I did it again. Sorry. Can't help myself. You need to catch up with the chat, I guess.
Oh, I've been flashing the chat. It's just been waiting for me to read them.
Oh, you've been flashing. Oh, okay.
I've been flashing. It's just like this one here. Ricky Lee asked Daniel, why are you looking at his dick?
Thank you. Thank you.
Look at a guy's dick when he's taking a
I
piss.
don't ever look at any. I actually walked in on my daddy.
Yeah.
But thank God I never looked at his. No.
I always look at what I got, and I don't look around.
Yeah.
And
You're comparing.
no, I was not ignoring the chat. I'm just waiting for a break. But,
I'm sorry.
That's why I've been flashing it up and down so everybody can read it.
Shut up, Jay. Shut up, Jay.
It was big. I couldn't avoid it.
Oh my God! Here he goes again.
He's all fascinated.
I seriously wonder: are you rooting for the wrong team, Daniel?
No, I like women.
Okay.
Old Daniel look over and like, God, I wish I had that.
I just remember we're all technically women until that X chromosome comes in.
Yeah.
Or Y, I'm sorry, whatever it is.
I found out on, and I did not find this out in
technically
science
all
class.
trends.
I found out on Hollywood Squares that it's the men's, that decides if the baby's going to be a boy or a girl. I did not
the chromosome
know that.
comes from the man. Well, that's why men have nipples.
There you go,
it's
women.
Like we're all technically female at first until, We're all trans, man. Every man is a trans.
And Arthur Gregg says, I am a Christian, and not all Christians agree on all of that. It's
that's why they have. That's why they have different faiths. The reason why the Christians have different faiths is because of one thing. They're usually disagreeing about I don't like the color of that carpet. I don't like the color of that wall. I don't want to talk about that. Let's not talk about that. There's always disagreements in church, and it is the pastor that is supposed to control the church, not the members. I did it again. Sorry, jeez, I can't stop.
And Euler says, I don't put my belief down people's throats, but some people feel that that is the way to go.
Well, I'm not jumping down someone's throat. I'm sorry if you think I did. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was just trying to educate my friend, but that's.
Yep. And Euler says, wow, just talk over the chat when it's finally read.
Sorry.
That's all over the place. It's not just here. It's all over the internet.
I mean, it's quite known that everybody's got their own beliefs, and there is no, even Catholic doesn't have a majority of people. Like there's equally different believing people out there, and
yeah, I heard it's what I heard. Like, this world is just one big giant opinion. There's no real facts. It's just one big opinion.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody has that's what I was trying to say when I said nobody has the answers. Like, even the people who are talking like they know what they're talking about don't even know what they're talking about. It includes me.
And Euler says,
nobody has proof yet.
I didn't mention you feeling guilty.
I didn't say.
But, hey, man,
feel
listen,
guilty.
I get it. You know, if it's that big, Daniel, and you know, your eyes happen to, like, you know, stray. I get it, man. No judging on you there, man. I mean,
there's a country song that goes with the lyric, I like beer. It's from Tom T. Hall, I think. I can't remember.
Beer.
I like beer.
I like beer, but I don't drink it.
What is that?
All right, one second. I'll be right back, guys. I got somebody just popped in. Well, no, they just left. So
almost like
never mind.
Popping in, a second later leaves.
Somebody came in the underground for like a microsecond and just left.
Well, you're just too damn slow.
I'm too slow. Like, literally 5 seconds. Like 5 fucking seconds.
Yeah, it's Tom T. Hall, all right.
I stayed on the underground for 10 minutes, and you said you was going to be on the phone and never came back.
Yeah, that sucks. When I say so when I do say I'm gonna pick up the phone, because the thing is like, I don't know how long that phone call. Sometimes that phone call is 5 seconds. Sometimes it's 5 minutes, and then you get the what if I get another phone call in the middle of a phone call? Yeah, I literally have a phone system that puts people on hold if they call while I'm on a phone call. Like, I remember the time that you left, and I literally had 3 phone calls back to back, and I was like, I felt so bad.
This is
that's my job. That's what I'm doing. That's what pays the bills. That's what I'm doing to push forward. So, like, no hard feelings. Sorry about that.
No big deal.
But yeah, I know you're good about that, dude. You're totally good about that. But
I stand there for a while, then no one comes back. Well, I got YouTube.
Come back later. Like, you always come. Like, it only takes a second to click a link to pop in and see if I'm free or not. Like, I say it's the underground's open 24/7. I never said I'm available 24/7.
Right.
You're willing to wait. There are people who are willing to wait. There are people like Daniel. Like, I've seen Daniel, like, you know, come in the underground, like, wait patiently. And I'm like, I can't get there, or I do get there. But, you know, there are other people who come in, wait literally wait 5 seconds and be like, I'm out of here. I'm like, shit, if you just would have waited an extra couple seconds, I would have brought you up and said hello.
Mm-hmm.
Oilers.
The fact of the matter is, you don't have anybody doing this. Like, and I'm really aggravated about this. I'm aggravated that there are YouTubers out there that don't do this. Right? The only way you can get a hold of them is during their time, during their videos, during their uploads. They don't give you this. You can actually talk to me 24/7 whenever. Just as long as I'm available, I'm there. If I'm busy, I'm busy. But if I'm there, I'm there. I'm like, hello, how you doing? Nice to meet you. And talk to the people that follow, whoever follows me or whoever. I got a small following. I'm not huge. I'm not super popular, but I do have people who follow me. And there are people out there who come to the underground and want to talk to me, hang out with me, and whatnot. But there's this thing where I can only interact with the YouTube channel if I click a like button to their latest video. You know what I mean? And I think that's bullshit. I think that's bullshit. Like, hitting subscribe, sharing, and liking doesn't do shit. I don't care what any YouTuber says, and you can tell this to any of your YouTubers to come talk to me. I will have this argument. They're liking, sharing, or subscribing. Even subscribing, right? The most powerful button. Subscribing doesn't do shit. Because let me tell you something. You ever click on a video on YouTube, don't subscribe, and for the next week you're still seeing videos from that person simply because you clicked that one video? It happens. I swear to God. Try it. You don't have to subscribe. All you have to do is click. Once you click a video, next thing you know, in the next 24 hours, you've seen like 10 more videos from that same person you did not click subscribe to, because that's how the algorithm works. The algorithm, the way the algorithm actually works and the way people say it works is two different things.
Yep.
And I'm tired of being the one who's like, I'm trying to shave the wool off the sheep. I'm trying to like open you guys' eyes and tell you shit, but I'm saying like it sounds ridiculous. Like, oh, hitting the like button doesn't do anything. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Show me proof. Show me fucking proof. You can't. You know why? Because the like button has nothing to do with promoting a channel. Subscribing to a channel does nothing to do to surprise. The algorithm itself is doing its job. If you click that link, you're going to see that content. Now, it might have secondary effects. I'll give you that. It has secondary effects, but not primary effects. You don't have to subscribe to a channel to watch their content. You literally don't have to ring that bell. You don't have to hit the like button. You don't have to share. You literally
I only like a video if I really like the video.
Because it marks you. Hitting the like button marks you. It doesn't mark the channel. When you hit the like button, it doesn't make the channel better. It like, what's the very first thing that YouTube does when you click the like button? What does it do? The answer? It literally pops up with a message that says added to your like videos.
Yeah.
When you click the like button, YouTube literally adds that video to your like videos. That's it. It marks you. Doesn't mark the channel.
Nope.
Okay, Greg says, can God accept other religions into heaven? I don't limit God as
I think it does. I think
yeah.
I think it does. I think God does.
There's
like I said, I believe I believe that even if you're a horrible person, even Hitler is in heaven. Because if heaven is so perfect, it doesn't matter what you did on this planet. I
would say Hitler would be in hell for what he did.
Okay. A lot of people only do bad things because they can't do the good things they want to do.
But to order troops and that to kill Jews and stuff like that, come on.
Yeah, but you got to look past that, though. You got to look past that.
Yeah, you
have to look past that. Yeah, but how many people have you killed?
None.
See, that's what I'm saying. You think it's none, but the answer is not none. You've made decisions that have. You don't know that, though. It's proven for a fact that every decision you make ripples across entire humanity. Whether or not you choose to turn left at a light or go to McDonald's instead
The
of Wendy's.
butterfly effect is
The
describing.
butterfly effect, exactly. The simple fact, whether you thought it or not, doesn't matter. Your action caused somebody to die. It happens all the fucking time.
I don't believe that.
Absolutely. When you step out of line, how many people didn't go to 9/11? How many people rode or didn't ride an elevator that crashed to its death? How many people chose to do something or didn't do something, call into work where your work caused somebody to die? Whether or not you're not going to work, change traffic in a way that a child died or a school bus of kids like died. Like you don't know. Like this is a fact. How many animals have you killed? Now, this is another thing. Like, this is a whole nother category. Like, a lot of Catholics, a lot of people, right? They don't even think like animals are real people. And like, you would cause a dog to die. You see a stray dog, you don't do anything. The dog ends up, or the cat ends up falling down a drain and dies because you didn't pick it up. That's murder. Like that's, I mean, not murder, but you're responsible for that death. You have some responsibility in the death. And I don't care. Like, I know a lot of people out there say, oh, yeah, well, a human isn't the same as a dog. Bullshit.
Well, they say animals don't have souls.
Oh, they do.
That's another thing. They say they don't have souls, but yet science says anything with the brain has the capability of having the same has the same reaction to a soul. Dogs cry, they love, they get hungry, they feel pain, they do all the things we do, just at a lower sense of perception.
Yeah, I agree. I don't believe it when they say that, but that's what they say.
There are birds that there are birds that like saved. They're dogs who have saved other humans' lives, like understood the meaning of life and death. There are squirrels. There are animals who have and I'm not saying it's all of them. And I wish we lived on a planet where like dogs talk. I wish there was another besides humans where we can actually have a conversation with, because that would be a perfect like example of like we're stuck on this planet, and oh, by the way, we're also talking to this other animal that shows reason and show like without a doubt like can communicate, speak English, whatever. But they just do it in their own way. There was the monkey, right? There was that one gorilla that could speak like a bunch of languages and actually talked in sign language and gave us like talk to people in like actual English. And like before it died, it like expressed its thoughts about death and God and the whole 9 yards. Like it's on record. But it wasn't in English. It was through sign language. But that gorilla was talking to people. It knew like over 2,000 words. It understood like over 2,000 words. It understood concepts and ideas like death. Like how many times you see stories about like even lions, like the death of their kids, and hippopotamus showing signs of understanding life and death and family. They just don't speak English. And like this universe is so beautiful, and it's fucking outrageous, man, how we're sitting here looking at like the gates of heaven like in real life, but yet we still have to like think there's life beyond death, and this is just a secondary, whatever, yada yada. Like this is it. Like this is the playing field. And it's much better and bigger than you could ever imagine if you just had an open mind. And I'm going to stop there. Listen, Jim, thanks for having me. Jay, thanks for communicating with me. Appreciate the conversation, guys, in the chat. Everybody, I do got to head out. It's getting late. I got to go to bed soon here. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. You know where to find me. Take care, guys. Later.
Yep. Bye. Take care.
Later.
Wow. Sorry, everybody that tried to talk. I tried to talk myself and read the chats, but was unable. So I wasn't ignoring chats. It wasn't able to. And I tried to say a few things, but that didn't work either.
I apologize.
It's not your fault. That's not your fault, Jay.
Bye,
Well,
buddy.
G, take care. And all thing I can say to LEG, next time, pause for about like 20 seconds or 30 seconds so other people can talk in the panel so we can discuss stuff and just be
Commodore, or did you hear?
Say what?
Did you hear did you hear like the Star Trek Discovery was actually, said to be not like an alternate reality?
That's what
They're taking it away from canon.
Yeah, well, yeah, they're taking it away from canon, but it's a parallel
Hot
universe.
Damn.
What?
Hot damn.
It's like a parallel. It's like the mirror universe. It's parallel, so it's adjacent.
I hated that show.
Yeah, it's adjacent, so it is still technically connected. Well, it is connected because it's a part of the multiverse.
It's not canon.
Yeah, but it is connected thanks to the multiverse.
Which means it's not connected to anything Star Trek. Just like the books, just like the comic books and books, they don't consider them canon. Now, Disco is not canon. Thank God.
Nope.
Well, they had an episode. Yeah, they had an episode of Lower Decks, which is canon. They say it is canon. Yeah, I like Lower Decks. It takes place. It takes place like in the year 2380, so like 1 year after Nemesis. And do you consider that canon?
Nope.
All right. So, anyways,
none of the new Trek canon.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I want to say thanks to LEG for the $5.
Yeah.
He says I thought I did, but also had to make a point here and there. Sorry, Jim. Hey, you kind of got to give a little break now and then. That's why a few people left the chat. I mean, I like everybody up here to talk about what they want to talk, but let other people have a break in the talk as well, so we can have.
It's my fault too. It's not just
talk.
him. It was me too.
It's okay.
So does this okay? So what does this mean for like Starfleet Academy?
I hope it fails.
And Ricky Lee says, "Oh my God, what a night on chat!" You got that right.
If they would make Star Trek a Star Trek show after in the vein of like the 24th century, I don't care if it's 25th century, just make it look like it did with TNG, DS9, and Voyager. I like those L cars. I hate the what do you call it? The computer screen that ain't a computer screen. There's nothing there. It's a hologram. I hate it.
And PvP says
all that should be in the 31st. Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
And PvP says here and there all night a fracking dumpster fire. Well, you can come back up now. He's gone.
Yeah. And it's like the 31st. Make that into the 31st century. There is no way in heck that you can jump from Voyager tech to that kind of tech in one 20-year span. There's no way. Come on. Back that. I just can't stand it.
LEG says, I still love you, PvP.
Oh, I love my worst enemy.
Yeah. That's why when you guys see me go to yellow alert and red alert, I'm ready to do something here. But when I went to red alert, everything's kind of calmed down a little bit. So everybody's good, right? now.
Yeah.
As you see, we're back to green.
Surprised you didn't go red alert.
I did.
Oh, you did? I didn't see it.
I did go to red, and I was ready to turn the small one red, and I was gonna
maroon.
I was gonna do something to the one that was talking a lot. I was ready to throw him in the basement, but since things kind of cooled down a little bit, that action wasn't necessary at that time. But I did try to talk on chat, but okay, that's enough of that. We'll put the starship back up and we'll hit Daniel down there. But yeah, that's an alternate universe, so
yeah,
it doesn't count as canon.
Might as well, because you couldn't explain a lot of things in it, like for the time period, you couldn't explain a lot of things.
How did they know that they actually went to the 31st century? Maybe they went to the 31st century in an alternate future, not our Star Trek future.
The 32nd century.
I hate the use of the word prime universe. It's not prime universe. It's Star Trek universe.
It's original. That's what I call it, the original.
Sorry.
But I was thinking, like what you're saying, Brother Jay. How do you know they didn't go? They were in an alternate reality, but then when they went to the future, how do you know they didn't go to the future of the original universe? Now I thought that too, but then there was something that I saw that kind of contradicted what I said.
Because
I was like, oh, this sucks.
A lot of it had a lot of things weird about it.
Yep.
About the past.
My opinion of stuff like Discovery is
PvP.
Hey there. Hey guys. My opinion of stuff like Discovery is I don't care what universe it's in or what reality it's in. If the writing is shit, I don't care where it's set because it ain't worth watching. Right? I watched like 3 episodes and I said, I am done. This is enough of this nonsense. It's not Star Trek. Gene Roddenberry would probably be rolling in his grave if he was in one. I think he was cremated, but you know what I mean, right? It's like cremated. This is not. There's no way this was ever fucking canon. So pardon my language, but okay. I detest bad writing, stupid writing that makes no damn sense, writing that doesn't respect wokeness. It doesn't respect the previous history, the previous canon. Let's face it, we got a show that has a legacy going back to 1966 here. Any half-assed, half-intelligent writer that wants to maybe watch some episodes of the some of the series from the last 60 years could pretty much figure out how you can write good Star Trek. It wouldn't be that hard. I mean, hell, I could probably even write good Star Trek if I put my mind to it, right? But these clowns obviously they figure like, oh, we're so cool because we're woke and we got an agenda and let's push the message and we don't give a damn what the real fans think about anything. It's like, well, thank you very much. I'm done.
Now, the new fans, they like the wokeness. The true fans, when I say true fans, I mean the classic fans that grew up on TOS, TNG, DS9, Voyager, and Enterprise. Oh, well, not Enterprise. But anyway, we don't want to see any of that crap. Like Strange New Worlds. That is not the Starship Enterprise. The Starship Enterprise looks like TOS. Give us that. They did in DS9. They did in Enterprise. Why can't you do it now?
Well, they think it looks too 60s, and they're like, oh, it'll be laughed off the airwaves.
No, it won't. That's what we got. That's what we like. Give it to us. We will be drooling if we saw it. Like the Gorn are little itty bitty animals. No, they weren't. They were humanoid with talking heads, not little lizards that ate people.
Yeah, I know. I hate that damn thing.
No, I haven't watched it, and I never will because I don't want to have my memories destroyed by these people that are pushing an alternate reality agenda that I would never be interested in anyway. A Gorn a Gorn is in arena when a Gorn and Kirk face to face with each other and go to physical combat. That's a Gorn in my book.
You're going to tell me in 10 years they're going to evolve into the standing upright? Come on now.
Who the heck knows?
Strange New Worlds.
Well, I keep hearing all these people go, "Oh, Strange New Worlds is pretty good. Oh, it's actually not bad." Blah, blah, blah. But you know what? I am a very hard person to convince because I know there's a lot of people that push a lot of mediocre stuff. And it's a pretty much constant thing in our modern day world, unfortunately. And let's put it this way: if I was going to watch Strange New Worlds, okay, if Jill told me Strange New Worlds was awesome and she loved it and it was really good and it was faithful to original Star Trek, then I'd probably watch a couple episodes because I trust her judgment, right? She's one of those people. She's like gospel to me. If Jill says it's good, it's probably good. But there, not a lot of people I would necessarily take their word for something if I wasn't familiar with the show itself, right? So, I'm just saying, you got to convince me. If you want me to spend an hour, hey, by the way, at my age, I'm too old to waste time, even though I do manage to waste a lot of it. But you know what I'm saying? If I'm going to spend like 20 or 30 hours watching a TV series, it better be worth my time. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. PvP, can you read us a message from Larry?
Yeah, I'd be happy to.
Thank
you. Do yourself. Oh, I'm sorry. Be Yourself Adventure says, PvP, you are spot on, and I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but I love Star Trek, but I don't put my life around it. Well, yeah, I mean, you can't put your whole life around a TV series. Yeah, true. It says something I really enjoy, and I had the pleasure of, I think you mean meeting some of the cast, not beating them.
I had a pleasure of beating the hell out of them.
Who's beating the cast?
Yeah, I think that's the pain meds talking, I'm guessing, right, Larry? So I think you meant meeting
I was about to say come on up, but I forgot he had procedure and he's in pain.
Yeah.
I want to apologize, Larry, for everything. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I did email Larry.
No, it's my fault. It's all my fault.
I emailed Larry a while ago and told him, to get better, and I'm, thinking about him and all that stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I prayed for him all the entire night. I was up last night.
He met Mead.
Yeah, I figured you did, Larry.
Must have been the pain.
You don't seem like that kind of guy that's that violent, like. Yeah, I know you received it because I checked my email. I know you got it. Thank you, Larry.
Oh, he received that $2,000 you sent him? Oh, good.
I wish I had $2,000 to start sending out to people. Jeez, not that wealthy.
Alls I got was this. Damn, I can't bring it up.
I just got my good looks, and that's it.
Over a year, I got a $5 from PvP, and over a year later, I got another $5. So it'll be another year down the road, I'll get another $5.
You can get you a cup of coffee with that.
That's about it these days.
Yeah, about it. After they take taxes out.
And since they had to do a recall on eggs, We're gonna pay even more on eggs.
No, they did a recall on eggs down there.
Yep.
Costco, I think, was doing a recall.
Oh, jeez.
Yep.
Well, I don't have any eggs from Costco, so I'm probably lucky.
Yeah, then you don't worry about it.
Oh man,
Costco had some tainted eggs, I guess.
Salmonella or something, I'm guessing.
Salmonella, yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody not washing their hands before they play with the chicken's butt.
Oh, I got a story about a guy that played with a chicken's butt, but it's not for a live stream. It's got to be behind the scenes because you won't believe. I mean, what this guy told me one time. Yeah.
You mean it's worse than Daniel looking at other guys' peckers when he's taking a piss?
Well, let's put it this way. What the manager was doing to a chicken, from what one of his employees told me, I would never want to eat chicken at that restaurant.
Oh,
if
man.
that tells you something.
Ever again.
I understand.
Yeah, it was pretty dark.
Yeah.
And not the meat.
It gave new meaning to choke your chicken.
Oh, sheep dip. Oh, sheep dip. Now we know what he did.
And the chicken was not happy about it from what the guy told me.
I'm surprised he didn't lose a couple of his twins.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah. Well, that's part of when you're alive long enough, you do hear some of these weird tales eventually from people.
Yeah.
You know.
Tales from the crypt.
Yeah.
I heard some doozies, but I can't say it up here.
Oh yeah, I would never repeat what he told me on a live panel. There's no effing way. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just too bizarre and graphic, to be honest.
Do you remember Tom T. Hall PvP?
Oh, I remember he was a pretty big star, like in the 70s. I think I even have one of his 45 singles somewhere around here.
Do you remember the song "I Like Beer"?
No, that one I missed.
Oh man, that is funny.
What were his big hits though? I have one of his big hit songs on a 45.
One of his big hits is "I Like Beer." The other one is I remember the day that Dayton Delaney died.
Yeah, no, those aren't ringing a bell, but I mean, I imagine he had more than a couple of hits. I'm sure he had lots of hits. So.
Let's see if you remember this. The first line goes, "I like beer. It makes me a jolly good fellow. I like beer. It makes me unwind, and sometimes it makes me feel mellow. Whiskey's too rough. Champagne costs too much. Vodka puts my mouth in gear. This little refrain should help me explain. As a matter of fact, I like beer."
No, I haven't heard that one, but it sounds like it would be entertaining enough.
Oh, it is. It's on YouTube. You would love it.
Okay, yeah, I'm just trying to remember what the hell 45. It was like one of those top 30 hits here in Canada, but I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm looking it up to see if you remember these.
Is he the guy that did Behind Closed Doors, or am I thinking of a different country 70s guy?
No, that's that's the guy with the white hair, Larry.
Yeah, I remember it was like When We Get Behind Closed Doors. That was a really catchy tune.
Charlie Rich.
Charlie Rich, okay. I probably got that 45 around here somewhere too.
Let's see. The year that Clayton Delaney died. The monkey that became president. Old dogs and children and watermelon wine.
Okay, I'm not familiar with those, but I never was a huge I like old school country. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm a big Johnny Cash fan, and I like some of the other stuff, but I'm not overly familiar with country western, in general, right? So,
right. What about?
But I do like I do like the 50s, 60s, even in the 70s country. I thought it was pretty good music back in the day. I don't like the modern stuff. I think modern country is just bad pop music with a bit of a twang to it. Personally, doesn't do it for me most of it.
I thought he died a long time ago, but he just recently died 3 years ago.
Oh, really? Huh. Wow. You must have been getting up there in years then. Because I remember when I was a teenager. Because it was pretty popular back in those days.
Oh yeah, especially in the 70s.
Yeah, I think the 70s were probably his peak decade, weren't they?
He was
oh boy,
85.
That's decent. Yeah.
And Larry says Tom T. Hale has that song. I like Little Puppies. No,
Little paper,
I like Paper Puppies.
Paper Pups.
Paper Puppies.
I like Little Paper Pups. What?
I don't remember that one.
Okay, time to go to bed.
Not Paper Baby.
Not paper. Are you sure the meds aren't having an effect on what you're typing?
We're not laughing at you. We're laughing with you.
Don't let us keep you up. If you need to sleep
really.
and heal, sleep and heal, man. Do it.
See.
Sir Lemon Pie says, "Hey, Larry, I hope you feel
better." I know what
he's
talking about. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'll shut up.
I'm done. Speak, Jay. Speak.
Old Dogs, Children, and Watermelon Wine has the thing about pups. It's in the lyrics.
Oh, okay.
Okay. That kind of threw me a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not a big expert on country and western lyrics, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I became a country fan in 1980. I was listening to disco just like my sister was. But when Solid Gold came on that Saturday night, they had a routine that they always had the number one country songs artist come and sing their number one country song that week. And that week was Conway Twitty, and he blew my mind. And I've been in country ever since and never looked back. No, I never boogied, but yeah, I remember Diana Ross.
Yeah, Diana Ross has some decent songs.
Yes, I will be praying for you again tonight, Larry. We all will, brother. Hate that you're in pain.
I became a country fan when my mother kept playing Elvis and Conway Twitty and all that stuff for years.
I don't even know why the country stations was playing Elvis Presley. Because he was never a country star. He was always a rock and roll star.
I know. But he came from the country.
Yeah. Mississippi.
Larry says
no, not Mississippi. Was he born in Mississippi? I thought he was born in Tennessee.
Probably Tennessee, I would imagine, but he came from the South.
Yeah. Yes, she was. I think I can't remember what that disco song I love so much.
Yeah.
I grew up on it. I can't remember what it was. I do remember. I don't know if they were disco or they were rock and roll, but they had a number 2 song. The Pointer Sisters did, and what it is. Here's the backstory on Slow Hand. Slow Hand was written on Nashville, what they call Nashville Road, and it was pitched in Nashville. No one wanted it. Then somebody, the writer of it, took it up to Motown, and the Pointer Sisters got it. Well, Conway brought it back home, and he made it into a #1 song. And the Pointer Sisters have hated him ever since.
Larry says Elvis was born in Tulip, I guess, Mississippi,
Tupelo.
and yes, I love Donna Summer.
Donna Summer had some good songs. I was never a big disco fan because I was like in my teenage years when disco hit, right? I was probably like, I don't know, when did disco hit? 75?
Something like that.
Yeah.
It ended in 79 or something like that.
I was probably in my late teens when it hit, and all my friends and I, we were like classic rock guys, right? Like we were in the Beatles and the Rolling Stones and Led Zeppelin and all that stuff, right? You know. And when disco came in, we were kind of like not too impressed with a lot of it because a lot of it was kind of superficial stuff.
Yeah,
when I think about it.
79.
But there was still some really good disco songs that I actually have come to appreciate even more and more as the years have gone by. And Donna Summer had a couple of pretty good tunes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
She died?
And Sir Lemon Pie says,
"Oh, she probably has."
All summer.
You know, I used to think the Village People were a joke back then. Like a lot of my, this is the thing. My friends and I, back in the late 70s, we were still kind of living in the 60s because we'd have our long shoulder length hair, our jean jackets. We'd go hang out at the disco, and we would actually, we'd get like a corner booth and buy a lot of beer. And we just sit back and laugh at all the guys that thought they were John Travolta on the dance floor. Because a lot of these guys were definitely not as talented as John Travolta. And we would just sit there and laugh at them, right? But I got to say, spending hours in the disco every weekend, there were some good tunes here and there,
Yeah, Larry says 1977 when it begun, and 78 what it really took off.
That sounds about right, actually. The weird thing was what I love about, well, this is one reason I say it. I think the 70s were probably the most innovative and creative decade in music, popular music ever. That's my opinion. Because you had so many things. You had disco, you had progressive rock, you had the classic rock still, right? Yeah. And then you got stuff coming in like I was a big punk rock guy. That was my music. I love punk rock when it came in around 1977. And then you got New Wave and you got Blondie and all those bands, It was a hell of a great time for music. I tell you, there were so many great bands back then. And when I listen to music now, I feel sorry for young kids now. Like you guys,
they don't know good music.
Well, there's a couple of younger bands I've enjoyed over the last 5 years, but it's pretty sparse picking, right, Jay? Like there's not a lot out there,
No. She did two that I know that is memorable of Donna Summers. Last Dance and Hot Stuff.
Okay.
Remember Hot Stuff, Baby Tonight.
Yeah, jeez, it's been so long since I've listened to that stuff.
Yep. And that barely went to #1, Hot Stuff.
Huh, okay. Yeah, I wish I could remember more disco, tunes, but I just can't remember the titles on a lot of them now. I must admit, I've become to appreciate the Village People in recent years. I used to think they were a joke back in the day, right? But
they were, weren't they?
They were funny. I mean, I think one reason I've learned to appreciate them in recent decades is they never took themselves seriously at all. I think they always thought we are a cartoon band, and we're just going to go with that. but they have some really good songs, like YMCA, In the Navy, Macho Man. Like those are tunes I can throw on in the background and listen to any time of the day. So I have to give them respect for being at least good songwriters, even if it wasn't my type of music necessarily, right?
Right. There was one. What was the name of the band? They had a show. Sha-na-na.
Oh yeah, I remember Shauna. They were doing like a 50s act, weren't they?
Yeah.
They did a lot of 50s cover tunes, I think.
They had some good songs, didn't they?
Yeah, they were very popular for a couple of years. And I think, was it early 70s, 72, 73, something like that?
Something like that. And then the one guy, Bowser, he turns into a game show host.
Oh no. Not sure react to that.
It didn't last long. Gene Rayburn did Match Game, and then Mauser came and did Hollywood Squares the next half hour.
Yeah, I can't see that having a longevity. Larry said she works hard for the money. That was the Donna Summer. That's the song.
Yes, that's another one. I did not.
That was a mass. That was a massive hit up here in Canada. It might even been number one. That was all over the radio for like months and months. Yeah, that was a good song. I like that song. Yeah,
I remember that now. I did not find that on Wikipedia. See, Wikipedia doesn't get everything right.
Wikipedia is definitely not right all the time. Yeah.
No. I still keep submitting to them proof that Conway Twitty has 69 number one hits certified, but they will not change that thing.
Yeah, well, in recent months, I've seen a few things people talk about how they are biased on certain topics. So, yeah.
Oh, yes.
I give them less credence than I used to. Let's put it that way.
They are woke too, I have to admit.
Well, I saw I mean, some people like to criticize X. I think X is pretty entertaining and interesting for topics. And there was about a month ago, one of the co-founders of Wikipedia actually posted on X saying the Wikipedia has now gone woke and left wing, and he doesn't support what they do anymore. He's an ex co-founder, but I mean, if he's a co-founder of Wikipedia and he's saying it's questionable, then I'm thinking, okay, I will definitely take that into consideration.
I do pay $2.75 once a year to help them out because there's no ads, and for them to keep not having ads, they need a certain amount every year, and they always get it, but I help out what little I can every year, and that's $2.75. And I keep getting hit. Will you donate? I just donated, idiot. I just donated, idiot. Every time I look up on Wikipedia, will you donate? I just donated, idiot.
Yeah, it's all automatic bot stuff. I'm sure they don't care. Yeah. They probably don't even know you're alive, Jay. Let's put it that way. It's like, thank you for your money, sucker. We don't care. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
And Sir Lemon Pie says, if the topic gets slow, we can go back to Daniel's wiener story.
Oh shit, no.
I don't think I want to hear about Daniel's wiener story. Actually, just saying.
Let's talk about what's that can of wieners that they have, Vienna sausages. Let's talk about them. They're good on Ritz crackers.
I don't think I've ever had those, actually.
They are good. They are good. They are good.
Now I'm starting to think of like canned meat, like Spam.
Oh God, that's rat. I'm serious. I saw, hand to God, I saw a report on Dateline NBC. They had this is when news reports was not fake. This is at the time of Walter Cronkite fixing to leave, and Dan Rather taking over.
Cool.
They had a investigative report where they were actually putting rat meat in Spam.
Ugh.
And they stopped, and the government, because of that report, went in and stopped them.
Well, that's good.
Now I found out that the FDA allows companies to put certain types of just a minute amount of mice, rat meat, and processed meats, and excrements, means shit, in it.
Ew.
Recycle time, man. Recycle.
Well,
Yep.
you know, there's always been that clause when you buy food. There's always that clause that there could be insect parts in it too.
Yeah.
Like it's just sadly we live in a kind of a filthy world, and there are those elements out there when they're processing food that might contaminate the food.
That's why we need FDR in there FDR RFK in there
FDR
to get that thing straightened out.
Well, yeah, power to them. I hope they pull it together in January. Yeah.
Oh, rat meat and shit.
Yep.
It could be shit.
Is it inside McDonald's? Do you think it's inside McDonald's hamburgers?
Probably, I don't know.
Probably.
They used to say there was cow lips in weenies, hot dog weenies.
Oh well, hot dogs are notorious. I mean, don't they have like anuses in hot dogs? Like, you know,
I don't know, but they taste damn good.
Use, I think they use every part of the cow, do they not? And they just grind it all up. And
they use everything of any animal.
Yeah.
Hell,
well, I think
they use
wieners,
the head of a hog for cheese.
Well, wieners are kind of low on the food chain of foods, right? So, you know. But I gotta say, once I cook them up and put them on a bun, they still taste pretty damn good.
That's right.
Cajuns use the feet of chickens.
Yeah, and I've never been into pig's feet either. That doesn't turn me on at all.
Yeah,
no, I'm not a big eater. I don't think animal feet are something I put on my menu.
Pig ears.
I'll pass on that too.
Deviled eyes, deviled pig eyes.
I think I'll pass on that one. Yeah.
And Sir Lemon Pie says we all need our daily service of mice.
Yeah. Now the can of potted meat. If you've never had potted meat sandwiches, you haven't lived.
What the potted meat sandwich?
Get you some bread, open up a can of potted meat, and put some on bread, and go to town. Oh my God, it's so good.
Potted meat?
Potted meat.
Is that like a potted plant?
No, no.
Okay, I'm confused.
It's just called potted meat from Arma.
We don't have that in Canada. I'm pretty sure. I've never seen that.
You don't know what you mean. It's got anchovies in it. It's good.
No, never seen that.
Sounds so good.
Oh well, we don't have everything here.
Now I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Just wait. You may be getting it soon in grocery stores near you.
Yeah.
That reminds me of that Animaniacs joke where the three Goodfeathers, they blow up and they fall down on this highway and they go, Kentucky Fried Pigeon coming to Lake Edna in your neck of the woods. Oh, I love that show. Now I want Kentucky Fried Chicken.
And Sir Lemon Pie says they use dangerous and delicious animals.
Yes.
And
not anymore.
And Larry says that my wife stopped by to give me a McRib on the way home, and now I
definitely don't feel
well.
Now the McRib, there's nothing wrong with the McRib, Brother Larry. I have eaten 7 of them this year. Not this year, this month alone. And I'm hoping that when I get my check Friday, I think it's Monday, I'm gonna get me 2 more of them.
And Sir Lemon Pie says potted meat, yeah, potted.
I've never heard of potted meat.
I haven't either.
Go on the internet, look up Armor, AMROR, potted meat, and you'll see the picture of the can with the meat on a spoon or something. It tastes
Daniel
good.
Daniel says, I wish I could get a McRib sandwich. Well, you know, just go back to the men's room and just take a peek again.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry. That's going to stick in my brain for a while.
No, Deviled Ham is another company. Right. It is Underwood Deviled Ham. Now, that is my crack right there. Get you some boiled eggs, chop up some pickles, and mix that in with about 3 cans of that deviled ham, and add some Miracle Whip, and oh my God, put it on 2 pieces of bread and go to town.
Wow.
You got bird flu. Okay, back to the bird flu stuff, huh?
Eugene bird flu. Okay.
Well, I just looked up Armor potted meat, and I've definitely never seen that in a grocery store anywhere here.
I haven't either.
You can order it online from McDonald's near you, and they can have it delivered to your door.
I don't think there's any McDonald's. No, I've never heard of this, and I don't think McDonald's up here has heard of it either. So it's just.
I'm sorry, not McDonald's. Walmart.
Walmart doesn't carry it either here.
You can order it online, and they mail it to you.
Oh, well, good luck on mailing stuff from the States as far as food goes.
You'll be spoiled.
Well, it might be spoiled.
Well,
by the time it got through customs, it would probably be a logistical nightmare on top of that.
That thing has a shelf life just like Twinkies. It'll last forever.
Okay, well, I'm not really too concerned. So.
And Larry said, Daniel, they're just trying to stir up problems again because Trump's gotta be in office.
What?
And Daniel says, be yourself adventures for real.
No, he's joking.
What I said right there.
We're not trying to start anything. We're just having fun.
They're just trying to stir up problems against Trump.
I would really like to get Steampunk in here and have a debate between Jay and Steampunk about the presidential election.
No, thank you. Because he hates my damn guts, and I hate his damn guts because he hates Christians.
Well,
what? Did you get into an argument with him or something?
I'm sorry. I should rephrase myself. He would hate my guts, and I would hate his guts. Well, I wouldn't hate his guts. I don't hate anybody. I would dislike him because he would dislike me, hate me because he does not like Christians, is what I've been told. So
yeah.
No, I do not want to talk to him.
Speaking about disliking Christians, one of the major malls in Toronto had their Christmas shopping and Boxing Day sales disrupted by pro-Palestinian nutcases that were waving their flags and pissing everybody off.
Oh, wow.
Why don't they just take an Uzi to these people?
Well, Trudeau's Canada. Trudeau loves these people. Have you ever seen Rebel News? Go on the Rebel News channel on YouTube. Ezra Levant, who is a Jewish guy, showed up with his camera crew about 2 months ago because the pro-Palestinian protesters were doing a very disgusting a theatrical piece about a murdered terrorist. I won't go into the details because it's too difficult to explain it. But anyway, he ended up getting arrested because the cops that were protecting the protesters told him, as a Jewish person, he was not allowed to stand on the sidewalk because his presence was creating a disturbance. And then they arrested him and hauled him off to jail. And he did nothing to create any kind of disturbance.
You take care of yourself, Larry. We love you, brother.
Yeah, take care, Larry.
Get a lot of rest there, Larry.
What is he talking about? Double check the facts.
Get as much rest as you can.
There, Daniel. I'm just saying, all right, I'm going to run and also take care of my brother. Everybody else, you take care. I need to get some rest. Well, I told you that, over an hour? Almost 2 hours ago. Get some damn rest, Larry.
Go to bed, son.
And thank you, Larry, for popping in. I didn't think he was going to pop in on panel, but thank you.
Pop in, pop out. The pooper. The popper.
Send a lot of prayers to Larry. He needs them. He's in extreme pain.
I will tonight.
Yeah.
If I ever get some sleep before I go to bed, I will definitely pray for him.
There you go. It was an interesting stream. I know that.
Oh, my fault.
It's not your fault.
Not your fault.
Yeah, it was.
No,
I started by answering him.
No, it really wasn't your fault.
He said, prove me wrong. Well, I proved him wrong, but he won't accept it.
Well, the thing is, when you got close to proving him wrong, then he'd say, let's talk about this another time.
Say some prayers, Brother Jay, before you leave. Good night, lemon pie.
I will.
You know what I always find interesting is how people think their opinions are the exact match of reality. That's what I find interesting. And I'm not disrespecting anybody's opinions. I'm just saying it's so easy for us to have strong opinions and to match them and think they are absolute reality, and other people's opinions are not, if you know what I'm saying there.
Yeah.
I think that's why that discussion went on and on for so long.
I don't know why. I don't know what he's actually believing in, except maybe the religion of the world out there, or science. People worship science now.
I really don't get it either, to be honest.
It's just
I just think let's put it this way. If I got so convinced that my opinions were 100% correct and everybody else's opinions were suspect, I would think maybe I'm getting a bit of an ego, just saying.
Well, like I was trying to tell LDG that, and he would probably tell me, well, how do you know that he said that? Well, we know because the people wrote it down that heard him. They were there. They were his disciples. They know what he said. And Jesus told the man, he told the synagogue leaders, he said, if you are not of my Father, then your father is Satan. Which means, if you don't believe in Jesus Christ, your father is Satan. That's what I was trying to get to him, but he said, he started going on like, well, everybody's father is Satan in hell or something. I can't remember what he said.
Well,
when I
finally left was the point where It was Hitler deserves to be in heaven just as much as
Yes.
people.
Oh
That was
God,
like
that's a slap to Jewish people's face.
Well, it's like, well, I mentioned nobody paid attention at the time. I asked him, do you really think that Hitler should be rewarded for murdering millions of people during World War II? And of course, I didn't get a reply. I don't think anybody replied to me at the time. I just got fed up and I left, you know.
I tried. I said no, but over talk, of course, like usual.
Well,
I don't think he said yes. I think he said something like everybody is forgivable or something like that.
Something like that, yeah. You know, well, the thing is, I don't care about how intelligent a person is. Extremely intelligent people can get into like a loop where they go around and around and around, and they keep adding to things they pile on to the point where they start to sound like they're a lunatic, if that makes any sense.
Yep.
Because you can overthink anything and start to sound like you're completely goofy after a while, right? And that's when I start to lose patience. It's like, I don't mind having a discussion. I don't mind having a disagreement with somebody if they will listen to my opinion. But every time I try to express an opinion with some people, they just talk down to me like I'm a 12-year-old child, and I'm not a 12-year-old child, and I'm a couple of decades older than they are. And if you're going to talk to me with disrespect, I'm not going to talk to you. Simple as that.
Right. That's why I kept my mouth shut the rest of the time.
That's why I muted. I muted for a long time, and then I just said, "What the fuck am I wasting my time for?" And I left.
Mm.
Well, other people left too. I won't name their names, but they know who they are, and we know who. You guys probably know who they are. So.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, I apologize because it takes two to tango. So
You were just defending your religious beliefs, though, Jay. I don't blame you for that.
I was just defending the truth because the Bible is a living Bible. It is the truth. The Bible is the only book written in the history of the written word that everything in that book has come true. Everything. Not one book can say that except the Bible. Everything has come true from Genesis all the way up to where we are in Revelation right now. We're just waiting for Jesus to come back, then it's completely fulfilled. Glorious day. Glorious day that will be. But anyway, what are y'all gonna do this weekend?
Try to get something done.
Yeah, I haven't got any plan. Well, I should try and get some bloody laundry done because I am weeks behind in. But I put when I put my knee out.
You got bloody laundry? Oh my God! What happened? No. Oh my Lord!
That's a that was this.
I know. I'm Irish. I understand.
Oh man. But yeah, I just I put my knee out badly a couple of weeks ago, and it took me about a week to actually get to the point where I could walk again. I was just hobbling around. It was so bad. I thought, geez, maybe I should go to the medical supply store and get a walker or something. That's how much pain I was in. Like it was serious, right? And thank goodness over the last 5 or 6 days, like the last week's been getting better and better. So, but still,
you need to have an X-ray to see if you broke a bone or something.
Oh no! I'm sure if I broke a bone, I'd know it. Like it's gotten a lot better in the last number of days.
Good.
So, I just think it's my own fault. I am too fat. I've gained too much weight in the last 10 years, and that's one of the things. 2025, I'm going to try and get a healthy diet where I'm eating cut out the carbohydrates, go to veggies and the protein and the veggies, and try and stick with that. And that's what I hear does help to trim the pounds off. So, but I'll just go week by week and see what happens. But yeah,
that's next week, isn't it, Commodore Boone?
Yep,
it's next week.
Yep, I found that in my editing program, and I ran it through YouTube, and they said no copyright. So they said that before, and still got copy claim. So we'll see what happens.
Huh? Well,
but let them know that you ran it through, and it said no copyright claim.
I know. I even told them a few times about that. But they're damn bots, Oh, it's a copy claim. Oh, come on.
A dude that I subscribed to, he had to get a lawyer to get his channel back because he told the truth about the so-called shot, and he is a medical professional. And he got all the information about this shot that people were taking, if you know what I'm talking about. And he was letting everybody on his channel and the world know why you shouldn't take this shot, what it's going to do and everything. Well, they took his channel down, and he had to get a lawyer to get his channel back.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, there definitely is an imbalance of some people's opinions definitely get a lot more airtime than other people's opinions do. Well, which is not a big deal. I mean, I can understand why some people's opinions are interesting and informed, and other people's opinions could be batshit crazy, right? So, it's not like I'm saying everybody's opinion is equal.
I haven't heard that in a long time. Batshit crazy.
Oh, well, I think it's a batshit crazy world. I really do, Jay. Like,
I have not heard that in a long time. Worse. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Hey, that's my New Year's gift to you, Jay.
There you go. Nice.
There you go.
My daddy was never a cusser, but when you got him mad, he would really let it go. And one day he said, "I'm tired of this batshit crazy world."
I always thought that was a great expression. I really did,
Yep.
It just seems to nail so much on the head about the crazy stuff going on. Yeah.
I've come up with several swear words as a Christian that I could get away with that are my kind of swear words, Christian swear words like sheep dip, dang it, son of a gun. And I never could find one for MF. Well, then this comic finally did it for me, and he said, Mother Smurfer.
Mother Fracker. How about that? Mother Fracker.
Mother Fracker. Fracker. Yeah. Babylon Battlestar Galactica did that for us.
Yep.
Frack.
Yep. Frack this, frack that. Yep. I just say that the original word. You might not get in trouble.
Well, I remember Farscape had a lot of swear words like that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think didn't Farscape have frack as well as one of their F words?
I think
something
so.
like that.
I mean, I think I watched probably half their season, then I got busy back over there.
Well, I remember another one was Frel. And Farscape was like Frel me,
Yeah.
They were very creative with their curse words, I gotta say.
I mean,
there's so many I forget most of them though. Oh, there was one. I remember one. If it was like a loose woman was a trelk.
Oh, geez.
You're such a trelk.
Yeah.
But it was good because then they could get away with a lot of cursing in the episodes, right? So,
yeah.
Yeah, here's a link right here. If anybody didn't see my butt munch 4.9.9, That's that might be the last of that series, but
Uh-oh.
it's supposed to be a nice, happy one. But of course, events change, so
Oh no,
the newscast kind of changed a little bit. But
I'm just gonna step away. I'm gonna go put some supper in the oven because it is starting to get late, and I probably should eat something before I pass out. So I'll be back in about five, guys.
All right.
Okay.
In that time, I'm gonna thank Ricky Lee for coming in. Hopefully, you hit that thumbs up on the way out. Thank you very much, Ricky Lee, for popping in there. Jeff B, he popped in there for a little bit. And Suzanne, I wish that Suzanne would have stuck around like a little bit longer, but she was getting a little agitated as well. Sorry about that,
Sorry.
Suzanne. Well, maybe I'll do better next time, but I thought I knew about all the cheddar boxes, but I guess not. and it's not you, Jay, so don't go there.
I know.
And LEG Chatterbox. Yeah. Thanks for coming up, LEG. Just give us a little room next time so we all can talk. And Lemon Pie, Sir Lemon Pie. Thank you very much for popping in today. And PvP. Yeah. Great guy. I got no problem with him. He pops in and we talk about stuff. Always have a great talk.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I have no ill will toward him or anybody else with their opinions.
I got no problem with you too, Brother Jay. I mean, we have great talks. I got no issues.
Yeah.
And old Daniel down there checking peckers out, but he's all right.
Oh, God.
And wait a minute. Be yourself adventures. I'm sorry. I thought it was do yourself adventures. Thanks for popping in, Larry. Like I said, I didn't expect you to pop on the panel and chat in the chat, but yeah, get some rest and we'll send you tons of prayers. And Matt Arnold for coming in. Thank you very much, Matt. And Euler Greg, and I wasn't ignoring the chat, Euler Greg. I was trying to break in, but I was unsuccessful. Man, what a big word. And thanks, Daniel's Hot Topics, for his little story there. Thank you, Daniel. I'm not gonna forget that story for a while. Damn it, man. As far as I know, I think that's everybody that came in. Euler. And of course, LEG gave me $5. Yeah. Been over a year. Probably over a year to get another $5. Thank you very much for that $5 there. I can keep the lights on.
Get that image out of my head.
I can keep the lights on for another few months. Well, it's just going to take a while to build up money so I can get it back out. With YouTube, you got to make $100 or more. You know that they take taxes out of that damn money.
Yep. Well, they take money to put in their pocket out of it. Yeah.
Yeah. And thanks to Lemon Pie there, Sir Lemon Pie.
No, there was a I can't remember who it was this afternoon. I was watching a YouTuber, and somebody sent him a $500 what do you call it, super chat. I said, "Oh my God, man, that
must be nice to be that well off." Eh?
Must be.
Shit. Tell me about it.
That would cover my living expenses for a couple of weeks for sure.
Larry's still typing in the chat here. Larry says, even though I believe who did all the arguing,
archaeology.
Archaeology.
I can't read.
Archaeology excavation.
That they found that were in the Bible became believers. Yeah, I know.
Yep.
I'm getting tired of myself. And Larry also says I'm 6'1" tall and I weigh 155 pounds, as you could tell in the video. Yeah, skinny sucker. I wish hell I was.
Well, you're 1 inch taller than I am.
You're probably half my weight, Larry. You should be happy. I'm way too fat. I know if I could lose even 50 pounds, I'm sure my knees would go. Thank you.
How fat are you?
Thank you.
How fat are you?
I'm too fat. I'm too fat.
What's the number?
Oh, I haven't weighed myself a long time, but I'm probably like I could be 350 by now for all I know.
Oh shit!
I'm a fat bastard. You remember that movie with Fat Bastard? Well, I could probably to do a sequel. I want them to put me in the movie.
Yep, there you go.
I thought you were gonna tell me you were like 220 or something. I was gonna say, well, you ain't nothing.
Maybe 10 years ago, I would have been 220.
I tell you what, get your doctor. Since your medication is provided for by the government, right?
Yuppers.
Get you Manjaro.
Okay.
And stab your gut and just twist that thing and just pop it, and it'll put the medicine in you. And you throw it away. You get 4 of those things every month, and it'll help you lose weight, because I have lost nearly 40 pounds in 3 months.
Wow.
Could you put that in the private chat and spell it if you could, Jay? Because I'll never remember what the hell you said.
Yeah, me neither.
Let me see if I can see.
And Sir Lemon Pie says Pleasant Valley pop in.
Well, I popped in, I popped out, I got frustrated, and I left, and then I came back.
And Larry says Lemon Pie laughing.
I eventually came back when there was actually a conversation to happen.
Yeah, there you go. And Sir Lemon Pie says Pleasant Valley plump. Oh man.
No, I'm not so pleasantly plump, unfortunately. More like miserably fat. Well, you know that point when you get fat enough in life where you got to start looking for the special size underwear? Yeah, not a lot of fun. Let's put it this way. I gave up shopping for clothes at Walmart a long time ago.
Yeah. It's like boots. I used to get size 14 wide boots at Walmart.
It's in the private chat.
Yeah, see
Thank you, Jay. Thank you, buddy.
Yep.
I am
copying. That's milligram.
I see it. Yeah. Good to know. I will run it by my doctor.
Yeah. They come in 0.5 and 1.0, but they usually go with the lowest amount first.
Okay, I will make a note. I'm going to see my doctor again in February, so I will definitely mention it to her then.
There you go. And Sir Lemon Pie says, I like to lose weight. Maybe I should start by putting down this beer and fruitcake. That's a start.
If you can start as early as you can, PvP, the better. So if you can get an earlier appointment to get him or her to do it, then I would do it, because instead of waiting, you don't want type 2 diabetes.
Oh, I'm not even. I have had I've had all the blood tests in the last year. I just had some back in November, and everything is good. The only thing is, a little bit high was my liver, and that's probably due to the alcohol consumption, which I know I overdo quite a bit. So other than that, though, all my blood tests came back 100% for my age. So, diabetes is not on the menu at this point, thank goodness.
Have her, because now doctors, they usually don't check unless you tell them there's something wrong. So ask her to run a check on your a blood test on your thyroid, on your what's it called, A1C, and your blood sugar level, and see if you do have type 2, because I thought I didn't have it for a long time, and then I went to my doctor, and this nurse practitioner that was working at the time, she literally went to the doctor and screamed at him and bitched at him and said, "Look at this chart from 2 years ago. He's had diabetes for 2 years and you ain't done shit for him."
Oh, man.
Wow.
She was let go because next time I went there, she was gone. They said that he fired her right then and there.
Jeez.
Yeah, that Manjaro is better than Ozempic, I'll tell you that. Because Ozempic, I took it for 3 months, and then I started smelling and tasting, everything I tasted like rotted eggs.
Oh, jeez.
That's weird.
So I had to get that off.
As a part of
bizarre.
typical blood panel, usually, at least for me. Okay. And Larry says, Jay, I appreciate your prayers, brother.
Oh, let me pray for him real quick.
I was just going to
dear
ask
Heavenly
you.
Father, dear Heavenly Father, I just ask you to please bless Brother Larry. Please touch him on the inside, not just the outside, Father. Touch his insides and heal that cancer, the problems that he has, Father. And I ask you, Father, to please be with him, guide him, direct him. And please, Father, I ask you for healing touch on me and on everybody here, Heavenly Father. I ask you, Father, in the name of Jesus Christ, please touch everyone spiritually, physically, financially. And I ask all these things in Christ's name I pray. Amen.
Amen, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Larry's such a great guy. I'm really worried about him. I gotta say.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, let's not talk about him.
No, it's not,
I messed up.
It's not very often that I meet really good people in this world, and when I meet a really good person, I really hope the best for them. And when they're having a tough time, it really sucks,
Yeah.
Yep.
Even though apparently to some people, everything in the world is fair, right?
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, right. It's really fair.
Oh,
right.
yeah, it's fair. Like my sister never smoked a cigarette.
God never said the world would be fair, because after the fall of man, nothing was fair. It's
right.
Because of our own wrongdoing.
That's a big part of
that
it. Yeah,
things are not fair.
It's also the circumstances of a reality in the world when you're alive. There's a part of that. The nature has its part to play, right? Because we are all physical beings in this, at least in this realm on planet Earth, right? No, the thing is, my cousin and his wife have been together since 1986, and I know that for a fact because it was the year when the Police put out their last album. So they've been together, what, 42 years? I'm terrible at math, but She had a tumor on her. She had a tumor on her spine 3 years ago. They radiated and removed it. It was gone. Then she went on a therapy to take a pill once a day. Kept it in remission perfectly for 3 years. And then a few months ago, she's diagnosed with lung cancer, even though she's never smoked a cigarette in her entire life, right? So when people try and tell me life is perfectly fair, I'm like, bullshit. I'm sorry, bullshit. It's not fair.
I had when we were growing up, everybody was aunt and uncle. Because they taught us to do that so we could get in the habit of calling our aunts and uncles aunts and uncles. Well, apparently my Aunt Edna is my cousin Edna. Well, my cousin Edna, she developed cancer. Well, she beat it with the radiation treatments and everything, and she went like 20 something years without having it again.
Right.
And then all of a sudden it comes back, and she lost all this weight, and she broke her hip, and she had to be put in a wheelchair for the rest of her life, and she had to go in a nursing home the rest of her life because she couldn't tend to herself.
But Jay, life is fair, right?
Yes, it's so much fair.
Yeah,
it's on par, buddy.
And people like Bill Clinton and name your favorite politician in disrepute. They have this great life. They have their private jets, their yachts.
Richard Nixon, man, he got everything right. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's like some people just life is fair. Some people just live high in the hog at our expense, and life is fair.
I want to be president for a while and rake up the money that they do. Shoot.
Yeah, well, it's like our beloved leader. He's in BC on a ski holiday with his family. He's the carbon tax guy, because I'm supposed to feel guilty when I put a liter of gas in my tank because I'm polluting the atmosphere of the planet. That's why I got to pay like extra money every time I put gas in my car. Meantime, he flies from Ottawa to BC in his private jet. And it's like, well, that's not a problem, is it? It's like, thank you.
Sorry.
Probably more carbon from his damn jet than I put in my entire lifetime with my car, right?
Yeah. And Larry says amen, and Sir Lemon Pie says amen, and Larry says love you too, PvP and Jim, Daniel, and Brother Jay.
Yeah.
There you go.
And no, that little blank of a president of ours right now that's in the White House right now, well, he just he exonerated a man out of death row in Louisiana.
Didn't he exonerate like a dozen of them?
He's still going to live in prison for the rest of his life.
But was there like 12 that were slated to die, and he commuted the sentence to life? Yeah. It's like no respect for taxpayers, right?
This dude beat the living hell out of this teenager and raped her and killed her.
Oh.
And I mean, brutally killed her.
And now the American people have to pay to feed this piece of shit for the rest of his life.
Yes. And the family is mad as hell at Biden.
Oh, I don't blame.
Yeah, I heard.
I tell you, if I had my sister raped and murdered by some lunatic, and the president said, "Oh, that's just not. Well, we'll just commute it to life, so he can sit on his ass for the next 40 years in prison and get free food." And I bet he's got a color TV as well. I mean, how much do you guys want to bet, right?
And
it's like I would. It was in
her own bed.
Wow. And
there's so many. There's too many stories like this, though, right? That I've over the decades, I've read so many stories about some innocent that gets a terrible ending at the hands of some moronic pervert, basically.
This man is going to go down as the worst president in freaking history.
I don't get why they do this. Why in their final weeks in office do they think that by commuting the sentences of bloodthirsty, crazed criminals that have committed atrocious, horrific acts on other human beings, why they think somehow commuting a death penalty to a life sentence makes them look more attractive in the books of history? I do not understand it. If anybody can please explain that to me, I would love that explanation because I don't get it.
Well, Sir Lemon Pies does. He commuted death sentence for all federal death row except for 3 of them.
Yeah, I heard it was a whole bunch. It was a whole bunch he commuted. Yeah.
This video is going to be taken down anyway, so I might as well say it.
Oh no!
Here we go.
It's because Democrats are evil. They're of the they're God Satan. There I said it.
There was a time when I wouldn't have been that black and white about politics, but since living under Trudeau for 9 years, especially what he's done in the last 4 or 5 with the truckers and all that crazy shit,
you believe me?
I have to agree with you. I think the liberals are evil up here too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do agree.
Yeah,
they're batshit crazy.
They are batshit crazy.
And I think on that note, we're ready to pack it up here and get out of here so we all can go to bed.
Okay.
And
all right.
PBB can get something to eat.
Yeah. I just realized that the pie I'm cooking was sitting in the oven for a day, and I'm cooking it, but I don't know whether I should eat it. It might be harmful to my health.
And Larry says, PvP, pray.
Yeah,
pray,
I don't think so.
Pray for me.
Yeah, you got it, Larry. You got it.
And Sir Lemon Pie says, cool stream, Jim. That ain't what you said earlier, but thanks. It was a wild, rocky road there for a little bit.
Cool stream now, huh, Lemon?
I was ready to kick him in the basement. I mean, it came close. It came close.
I don't get I don't get how somebody can go on a half-hour monologue and not even think about other people's rights.
I know.
I mean, if you're, especially for somebody that claims to be like more intelligent than the rest of us, apparently.
Yeah.
Because that's the way he talks to me, like I'm some little peon or something, right? You know.
No, I guess you have to go to underground and find out what he.
I think I'll take I actually have no interest at this point. Sorry, got other things on my mind. Yeah.
All right, everybody. Well, thanks. Well, thanks everybody for popping in. Please hit that thumbs up.
Yeah.
Good night, and we might be back on next Monday or Tuesday, and we'll go from there. So
getting close to that New Year's Day. Yeah.
Yeah, getting close to New Year's Day.
Okay, well, have a good one, guys.
And Sir Lemon Pie says good night, all.
Good night, guys.
Good night,
I don't go anywhere. Just stick around for a minute. And Larry's good night, all. All righty then.
Good night, all.
Night, everybody. Take care, and thanks for coming in. Hopefully, next stream be a little more user friendly.
Yeah.
Woo, that's a mouthful.
Oh boy.
It's time to go.
Y'all hang in there for about a minute. Night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Good night. Night, guys.
All right. Damn thing won't shut off.
Oh, great. He's got a thing that won't. Oh, he's gone. Our host left.
Oh,
yeah,
he's back.
There he is.
There we go. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to Commodore Productions.